What's up, Miami Heat fans? Welcome back to the Heat Report by Chat Sports for another watch party. I am your host, Nick Roloff. Tonight, we take on the Boston Celtics. Tuesday, we snapped a 3-game losing streak by beating the 24-15 Phoenix Suns, 127-121, behind massive performances from Bam Adebayo and Norman Powell. Today, Miami continues to look for momentum as you have a tough stretch of games ahead of you. You host the Oklahoma City Thunder on Saturday, so that's going to be a tough one. Celtics come into this game also 24-15. Can you win back-to-back games against 24-15 ball clubs? Let's hope so. No Davion Mitchell tonight. No Jaime Jaquez Jr. tonight for Miami. So we're going to see different players get called upon. Interesting starting lineup. No Davion Mitchell. We're not seeing a point guard in the lineup. I thought Kel'el Ware was going to get put back into that starting five. It's actually Pelle Larsson. So Miami starting Herro, Powell, Larsson, Wiggins, and Bam Adebayo. We'll likely see some Dru Smith or Kasparas Jakucionis off the bench tonight. Miami's second time playing Boston this season. They played in Boston earlier on, a game that they very easily could have won, but late in that second half, got the doors blown off of them. Celtics went unconscious from three. Miami's defense was horrible, and the Celtics just ran you out of their own building. So today, I'm looking for a little bit of revenge. You got blown out in Boston. Can you blow them out in your own building, or at least get the win? That is the hope tonight. You get a second straight win against a quality opponent, and we can start cooking with gas here with a tough game this upcoming Saturday. Let's hope that is the case. Appreciate everybody joining us here on this Thursday night edition of the Heat Report. Shout out your city for me down in the comments section. Where are you watching from? We got some real ones in the building already. Slaying Cat, Jacob Gala, Louie, Cone Master, Daniel, Jay Perks. How you guys doing? Appreciate y'all coming in. Jacob Gala in the building in Virginia. Slaying Cat, as always, in Boca Raton. My guy, Wasim Khan, in Irvine, California. Jay Perks in San Jose. Hot Dog in Lockport, New York. Codemaster in Connecticut. Ty Man in Ohio. Shout out to you, Ty Man, the Buckeye. I saw a couple people ask me about Ja Morant in the live chat already. We talked about him fully in depth on a video yesterday, Wednesday. We'll probably have another video out tomorrow on Friday on the latest surrounding Ja Morant, because I think there is some interesting updates surrounding him right now in Miami potentially that we'll have to keep our eye on. Maybe we'll talk about Ja Morant a little bit here in our pregame portion of the live show, but we're obviously going to be focusing on the Heat game tonight. It's a Vice night in Miami, so wearing the Vice uniforms. Jaylen Brown didn't play in the Celtics last game. He is back into the lineup tonight for Boston, a player that is playing at an all-star level. I mean, heck, I'd even go as far to argue Jaylen Brown might either be on the first team or second team All-NBA this year. He's been unbelievably good for the Celtics with no Jason Tatum in the fold this season. But shout out to everybody watching here tonight. Pony Boy in West Palm Beach. Sue Smith in Jacksonville, Florida. It'll be fun, man. It'll be pretty fun. Jay Perks asking about Giannis. Well, listen, I would go for Giannis, obviously. I mean, he's the number one trade candidate, in my opinion. Number target for Miami. Need to have it. I wouldn't say need to have it, but if the Heat want to have a chance to win a title this season, I think the only chance you have to winning a NBA championship this season is if you acquire Giannis Antetokounmpo in a trade. Because I don't think any other player out there that you would trade for that is attainable would make you a title contender. So the only player that could is Giannis. Everybody else would be fun to add and fun to keep for the future, but it wouldn't make you title contenders this season. That's for sure. That's for sure. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us here. We're going to continue to talk about Ja Morant trade rumors and this Heat-Celtics matchup in this stream here as we wait for tip-off to take place in about, I'd say, 22 minutes. But before we do that, let's tell you about today's sponsor. Today's stream is brought to you by PrizePicks. How you play is up to you. And with the playoffs here in football, elite hoops every night, the action never stops, and PrizePicks lets you take control. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections, and if you are correct, you can cash in. Doesn't matter if it's baseball coming up in a month. It doesn't matter if it's football, basketball. They have it all available in more than 50 states. If you want flexibility, you do the flex play. If you want the biggest payout, go for the power play. No matter how you play, PrizePicks is the best way to get in on the action. My entry for tonight, more than Andrew Wiggins, 1.5 3-pointers made. I think he bounces back with a good 3-point shooting night. Derrick White, he always kills us. I'm going more on 19.5 points. And Steph Curry, 21.5 points. Flash discount. Got to keep your eye on the PrizePicks app because they will give you daily specials. They'll give you weekly specials. Keep an eye out. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's stream. Who you got? MIA for the Heat, BOS for the Celtics. Live poll, 78% right now are riding with Miami tonight. As I mentioned, the game between Boston and the Heat earlier this season was close for most of the part, but ended in a blowout, 129-116 on December 19th. Kasparas Jakucionis started that game because Davion Mitchell missed it with injury. Kaz was phenomenal, had like 16, 17 points, I think. Kel'el Ware had a big performance in that one. We'll see if Kasparas Jakucionis plays at all tonight. No Davion Mitchell, no Jaime Jaquez Jr. for Miami. Celtics obviously still missing Jason Tatum, so nobody could pull the injury card in this one, which I kind of hate nowadays. I mean, I get it if you're missing, like, your top guys, and I get it. Jaime's really important for Miami, but I just don't think you could use the excuse of, like, hey, we didn't have Jaime Jaquez Jr. Like, I know he's important, but that seems very, very fraudulent to use that as an excuse. It hurts. It's certainly not good that he's out, but I don't like using injuries as excuses unless it's your top guys. Like if it's a Wiggins, I'd say your top 4 players. Like Wiggins, Powell, Herro, Bam. Those guys aren't playing. All right, we could use that as an excuse. But as good as Jaime's been, I wouldn't consider him a top 4 guy on this Heat team. He's probably 5 or 6 for sure. Probably 5. But yeah, not going to use that for an excuse. That's for sure. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Seems like there's a lot of energy tonight. I love that. Hopefully Heat fans are excited for this game. It was good to see a good win against a good opponent on Tuesday night. Let's hope they can back it up and do it again here on Thursday night. Because I do think it's incredibly unlikely they're going to get a win on Saturday against the Thunder. But hey, you never know. I've been surprised before. Maybe I'll be surprised again. But I find it incredibly unlikely. Today's Super Chat menu is going to be the same as Saturday or Tuesdays, which got to keep status quo, right? If you're playing well. We made the switch from a beer bong or from a shot to a beer bong for a $20 Super Chat. We didn't get a $20 Super Chat on Tuesday night. Maybe we get one today. I got the Happy Dad in building, my favorite flavor, lemon lime. I'm ready to chug it. We got beer chugs and beer bongs on the way if we get a $20 Super Chat today. It'll also get you into the Heat Report Hall of Fame. We'll do 10 push-ups for $10, and then like we did on Tuesday, we spin our wheel of goodies for $5 Super Chat. Sometimes it's good things like 50% off the Super Chat menu and a Hall of Fame spot there, a shot, a beer bong, and then other times you guys have to like the video, follow me on Twitter, subscribe. So a lot of fun involved, but that's our Super Chat menu. We'll see who the first person to get the party started here on a Thursday night is. If you are joining us and curious about when our next watch party will be after tonight, by the way, schedule note, it will be Tuesday. It will be next Tuesday. No watch party on Saturday because we still got a lot of other stuff to do here at Chat Sports, including the NFL playoffs. And then no watch party on Monday either, even though the Heat are playing. They got 3 games during the week next week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. None on Monday because I will be doing a national championship broadcast, Indiana, Miami, on our Dolphins channel, on our main Chat Sports channel. So no Heat stream on Monday, but we'll be back next week for Tuesday and Thursday's games like we were this week on Tuesday and Thursday. And then once we get into February, we're going to start to get things ramping up. We'll see about one weekend in February because I might be heading on a trip with my family in the 20th and 21st of February. We'll keep an eye on that. That would be the games for Miami just coming out of the All-Star break. But we'll see. We can't say that for sure just yet. But that is our Super Chat menu. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with us here today. If you are in the stream, make sure you have hit that thumbs up icon. 112 people watching. The goal is to get to 60 likes before tip-off. We're at 21. I mean, that's pretty low, folks. You want the Heat to win? Don't jinx it. Hit that thumbs up icon. Come on, help your guy out. Like the video. Yeah, no, this is a home game. Heat bottom of the scoreboard means they're always home. 3-game home stretch here. West Coast trip next week, actually. On Monday, that game. I'm bummed that I'm missing that game, actually, because of the national championship game. It's against the Warriors. Always fun to play Jimmy Butler and have that stream. But Monday in Golden State. On Tuesday, I believe it's in Portland. And then Thursday's in Utah, I believe. I'll double check. I know Golden State's on Monday. I know Portland is one of the games on Tuesday or Thursday. I just don't remember which the order is. Oh, I completely was off. Utah is the Saturday the 24th. It's Sacramento on Tuesday, Portland on Thursday. Late night Heat hoops, 9 p.m. Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Oh, boy. Get the coffee ready to roll, folks. Get the coffee ready to roll. You know what I might do if the weather is good in Dallas, because I will be coming into work so late on those days. I might have to get a little golf action. Yeah, let's see if I can see the weather for next week. Man, I love golf. Oh, okay. So next week it's supposed to rain every day, but it's actually supposed to be nice. Next Tuesday, 57. So that's not the coldest. That's sunny. Thursday is 64, but rainy. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? That Tuesday, if it stays sunny, I'd golf at. I mean, I wouldn't be coming into work until like 4. I'd golf at 9:30. Why not? Champ is going to be at the game between Golden State and Miami on Monday. That's fun. When the Bulls game, they actually did provide an update. The Heat are going to play the Bulls 3 straight games. I'm not even kidding. You look at the Heat schedule, it's actually freaking hilarious in my opinion. The Heat were scheduled to play the Bulls on a back-to-back at the end of this month. So they just made it 3 games in a row. Ready for this? That postponed game will take place on Thursday, January 29th. Listen to the Heat schedule. So they get home from their West Coast trip against Golden State, Sacramento, Portland, Utah, Phoenix. Have 2 days off. And then on Wednesday, January 28th, they play the Orlando Magic for the 4th time at home. They play the Magic on Wednesday the 28th. Then on Thursday, they play the Bulls. Saturday, they play the Bulls. Sunday, they play the Bulls. 3 straight games against Chicago. 3 straight. In Chicago on Thursday the 29th, and then at home against the Bulls on Saturday and Sunday, the 31st and the 1st February. Hilarious kind of schedule there. But hey, hopefully Miami's going to be able to take care of business. That's the week leading up to the trade deadline, right? Thank God Miami doesn't play in the trade deadline, by the way. We've been very fortunate here to not have trade deadline basketball games. I know there's others like the Mavs, the Knicks, channels we have here that play on the trade deadline. That's a brutal day because you're in all day for the trade deadline. Then you got a game later on, unsure of who's going to actually be playing in that game that night. But trade deadline, Thursday, February 5th. Miami that week plays Tuesday, the 3rd against Atlanta, and then Friday the 6th against Boston. So fun there. Shout out Game Squad. It says, got a girlfriend. She's bad. Well, congratulations to you. Got 150 people watching. We're still about 11 minutes, 10 minutes away from getting tipped off. Hit that thumbs up button. Come on, guys. We're trying to get to 60 likes before we tip off. I say it all the time, but liking the video takes 1 second, has no impact on your day, but it has a lot of impact on mine because my bosses want to see the like number go up. More likes means more of a push from our YouTube algorithm, so other Heat fans will join our stream. I mean, we go live here for free. Donations are appreciated. They help us go live more and do more giveaways. But liking is the easiest way to help us. It takes 1 second. Can we get to 60 likes? Please. Please, please, please. It'd be greatly appreciated, folks. The bosses want it. The bosses want it. They need it. We want 60 likes before we tip off. We're at 37. Come on, let's get there. Let's get there. But as we inch closer to game time, predict the score for me. Who wins and what's the score? Who wins and what's the score? Let me see your score predictions. 81% of the channel picking Miami to win. I see 127, 110 Heat. 120, 110 Heat. If the Heat win today, they're going to have to score. This Celtics team scores the ball. They score the ball. They score the ball, that's for sure. I see 113, 109 Heat. 123, 118 Heat. 117, 108 Heat. 134, 129. 112, 109. We'll see. I think the Heat lose tonight. It was nice to get that win on Tuesday against the Suns, but I just feel like the Celtics are better than Phoenix this season. Jaylen Brown back. Will the Heat be able to continue that three-point shooting they had on Tuesday? I don't know. I told you I'm always going to tell you what I think, what my unfiltered thoughts are. I'm picking the Celtics to win this one 121-110. 121-110. That's my score. Listen, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But if you want my NBA analysis today, the Celtics are a bad matchup for us. They've got guards that can defend. They've got guards that can shoot it. They've got a wing that does it all. They're a really well-rounded out team, even without Jason Tatum. Anthony Simon's coming off the bench. Derrick White cooking us. Payton Pritchard's always giving us issues. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. All right, as we get closer to tip-off, though, let's divert our attention just one bit. We talked about it on Tuesday. Let's briefly talk about it here on Thursday before the game gets tipped off. Should the Heat trade for Ja Morant? Let's create a conversation here before we get going in about 6 minutes. Should Miami trade for Ja? Y for yes or N for no? Y for yes or N for no? I originally, when it comes to Ja Morant, I said no. But if you can acquire him for cheap, I say yes. It's worth the risk there. Now, a lot of the rumors and reports out there is that the Memphis Grizzlies are hoping to get a young player and a first-round pick in return for Ja Morant. But there's also other reports out there. There isn't going to be that good of a package for Mr. Morant. Due to his contract, the off-the-court concerns, the decline in production and efficiency, I just don't think that he's going to net a big package. It's going to be closer to what Trae Young went for, which is Corey Kispert, CJ McCollum. That's it. If you can get him for expirings and a young player, I'm in. Like, I've said this. Like, I'm fine trading Terry Rozier, Simone Fontecchio, and Kasparas Jakucionis for Ja Morant. I'm fine doing that. I would say yes to that. But if you want me to trade a first-round pick for Ja, I'm out. I'm out. And I know people are going to laugh at this potentially, but just on the off chance Giannis does request a trade, either now or in the offseason, you need that draft capital to trade for him. So I'm not blowing my first-round picks to get Ja Morant. It's not worth the risk. But if you can swap Tyler Herro and Fontecchio for Ja, I'm in. If you can trade expirings and one young guy, whether it's Jovic or Jakucionis, I'm in. Heck, I might even consider, I know this is aggressive, but if they wanted someone better than Jakucionis that's young, I would be willing to trade Rozier, Fontecchio, and maybe even Jaime Jaquez Jr. to get Morant. Because it keeps your first-round draft picks at home, and you'd have still a good package to offer a team for a different star out there. I'm skeptical of the Ja fit, but if it doesn't cost me a first-round pick, I'm in. If it doesn't cost me a first-round pick, I'm in. I think most people are saying yes. There's people out there saying no, but I think most are saying yes. Starting lineups being announced for the Boston Celtics. You've got Jaylen Brown, Derrick White, Payton Pritchard, Sam Haueser, and Neemias Queta. For the Miami Heat, no Davion Mitchell tonight, so Eric Spoelstra going with a starting five of Tyler Herro, Norman Powell, Pelle Larsson, Andrew Wiggins, and Bam Adebayo. Keeping Kel'el Ware on the bench. No Jaime Jaquez in this game either, folks, if you're unaware of that. First super chat of the night coming in from Wasim Khan. Shout out to you. Wouldn't trade for Ja. Too much of a basket case. Like, I'm not going to disagree with you. There's certainly a lot of concern when it comes to trading for Ja, which is why I said, like, it's on my price point. And I think there's legit interest coming from Miami's end of things, but it's going to be on their terms, which we've heard that phrase be thrown around a lot, which isn't my favorite, but it's the truth. I think the Heat would trade for Ja if they knew they could get him for Rozier, Fontecchio, and Jakucionis. I think the Heat are willing to offer those three, no draft capital, but those three, and matches in salary. The Grizzlies get a young guy and 2 expirings for Ja. Miami, I think, would be willing to do that. I think that is probably their offer that is on the table. But I think Memphis is going to want a pick swap or a first-round pick as well. And I think that's where Miami draws the line in the sand. And you know what? I'm with them on this one. I would draw the line in the sand with a first-round pick. But I'm willing to trade for Ja if it is expiring contracts. Herro and Fontecchio or Rozier, Fontecchio, and Jakucionis. I'm in on that. All right, 200 people watching. If you're ready for the game and you want the Heat to win tonight, hit that thumbs up button. Come on. We're so close to our goal of 60 likes before tip-off. We need 14. Hit that thumbs up icon. Come on. Get the like number up. Let's get to 60. Let's go. Game's tipping off in a couple minutes here. Come on, hit that thumbs up icon. 4 away from 60. Come on. I saw someone says there was baggage with Jimmy and talent is talent. Listen, I agree. There was definitely baggage with Jimmy. The baggage with Jimmy, though, was his his mentality and like the disagreements he would have with the coaching staff. With Ja Morant, the concerns are and the baggage are injuries as well as off-the-court concerns as well, and if he would be able to stay out of trouble in Miami. You didn't have to wonder if Jimmy Butler was going to get in trouble off of the court. That was never a concern. The only concern you have with Jimmy is would he get along with your coaching staff. So that baggage is entirely different than Ja Morant's baggage. I want to make that abundantly clear. Hey, yeah, we got the 61 likes. Let's go. Appreciate everyone for hitting that thumbs up icon as we get ready to get this one tipped off. Miami looking for a second straight win, looking to avenge that loss to Boston earlier on in the year. Hopefully draw even on the season against the Celtics. Would I send Wiggins back to Golden State for Kuminga? No. I would need Kuminga and a first-round pick. Kuminga isn't good. He's interesting, and we talked a lot about maybe trading for Kuminga in a sign-and-trade because the Heat did have at least some level of interest. It might have not been a lot, but he had some level of interest in the offseason free agency and a sign-and-trade. But I don't think Kuminga's very good. And I don't want him. So if you're trading me Kuminga for Wiggins and they want him back, I'm going to need another first-round pick on top of that. That 2032 pick that you gained this offseason, I'm going to need that. But if I'm going to be real here, Jonathan Kuminga is going to probably be traded, but he's likely going to be a Brooklyn Net because I think the Warriors are eyeing Michael Porter Jr. before the trade deadline. So I imagine it will be some trade to where Kuminga gets sent to Brooklyn with draft capital to get Michael Porter Jr. That's my prediction, though. We'll see if that actually happens, but that's my prediction. Oh, I lied, by the way. No Sam Hauser starting. The Celtics are actually starting the rookie out of Spain, Hugo Gonzalez, alongside Pritchard, Derrick White, Jaylen Brown, and Neemias Queta. So Sam Hauser coming off the bench alongside Anthony Simons. Celtics wearing their green uniforms tonight. Heat wearing their black Miami Vices tonight. We're underway at the Kasparas Center. Celtics win the tip. Larsson defending Derrick White. Now Bam switches on. They try to get Jaylen Brown inside. Brown drops the ball out of bounds, and it's a turnover on Boston to start this one. Herro defending Brown inside there, and he couldn't corral the pass, and it's Miami ball. Herro guarded by Jaylen Brown. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, I was right initially. Sam Hauser is starting. The graphic from FanDuel Sports Network was wrong. Brutal. Wiggins 3, and we're underway in Miami. The Celtics double team Bam. He kicked it out to Wiggins, who splashed down the triple. Derrick White now guarded by Powell over to Hauser. Now to Brown in the corner. Jaylen throws up a 3, no good. Hauser follows with a tip-in. And it's 3-2. Pelle Larsson driving on Derrick White. Drop off to Adebayo. He'll line up a corner 3. That one doesn't go. Bam made a pair of triples. I think 4 of them, actually, on Tuesday. Payton Pritchard in the pick and roll over to Hauser. Hauser with a pump fake drive, pull up midi. Good. So Sam Hauser has the first 4 points of the night for the Boston Celtics. Miami quickly the other way. Bam attacking inside to the corner. Wiggins for 3. Good again! Bang, bang! Andrew Wiggins with 2 threes. And my PrizePicks is already cashed right there. Hauser lines up a 3. That one comes up short. Rebound Wiggins. Adebayo on the push. Handoff Herro. His curling 3. Kaboom! The Heat. 3 for 4 from beyond the arc early in this one. They lead 9-4. Good to see Herro on the board with a 3. Struggled with his shot on Tuesday. Jaylen Brown throws it away. That's a backcourt violation. And it's a turnover. Second of the night. Andrew Wiggins with the late contest on Jaylen Brown forced him to throw it in desperation to the backcourt. Good start for Miami in this one, leading 9-4. 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, forcing a couple turnovers. Herro directing traffic at the top of the key. Gets a screen from Adebayo. Herro probing, pulls up, floater at the free throw line. That's his office. Herro with 5 straight points. Heat up 7. Derrick White looking for the answer. Kicks to the corner. Hauser 3. He comes up short. He's 0 for 2 from beyond the arc in this first quarter. Miami looking to extend this early lead. Herro feeling it, driving on Payton Pritchard. Euro step floater. Knocks it home again from the dotted line. And the Heat jump out to an early lead. Jaylen Brown with a quick shot. Can't answer. Miami looking for a double-digit lead here. Powell driving, kicking. Wiggins looking for another 3. Ooh, that one doesn't go. 13-4 lead. Payton Pritchard. There's a foul. Pelle Larsson was whistled, pushing Neemias Queta on the screen. But how about that start for the Heat? It's 13-4, but only 3 players have scored in the game. Herro fielded early. Wiggins with a couple threes. And now you see Haueser leading it for the Celtics. Derrick White inbounds it to Neemias Queta. Handoff Pritchard. Powell following. Gets the switch. Now Bam defending. Herro makes the switch. Pritchard attacks Herro. Contested 3. Too strong. Ball tipped around. Picked up by Miami. Pelle Larsson out of the pack. Larsson attacks inside on Haueser. Can't finish inside amongst traffic. Rebound to the Celtics. Derrick White looking to snap this 10-0 Heat run. Pritchard open for 3. Can't connect. Celtics cold shooting start. 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. Wiggins now attacks. Stops at the elbow and kicks it out to Adebayo. Bam looking to attack Queta. Gets a step on him. Running floater. No good. Gets his own rebound. Bam goes up in traffic. And 1! Bam! Adebayo! At first you don't succeed. You try again. Missed the floater. Got his own rebound. And put it back up and in with the contact. And the Heat take an early double-digit lead. Timeout on the floor. It's the first timeout of the game, and it'll allow us to tell you about our sponsor for the first time tonight, and that is PrizePicks. Today's stream is brought to you by PrizePicks. How you play is up to you, and with the playoffs here in football, elite hoops every night, the action never stops, and PrizePicks lets you take control. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections, and if you are correct, you can cash in. Doesn't matter if it's baseball coming up in a month. It doesn't matter if it's football, basketball. They have it all available in more than 50 states. If you want flexibility, you do the flex play. If you want the biggest payout, go for the power play. No matter how you play, PrizePicks is the best way to get in on the action. My entry for tonight, more than Andrew Wiggins, 1.5 3-pointers made. I think he bounces back with a good 3-point shooting night. Derrick White, he always kills us. I'm going more on 19.5 points. And Steph Curry, 21.5 points. Flash discount. Got to keep your eye on the PrizePicks app because they will give you daily specials. They'll give you weekly specials. Keep an eye out. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's stream. I already got one of my entries done. How about that, folks? I had Wiggins, Mora, 1.5 threes. He's already got 2. How about it? Just getting another graphic set up for y'all, so stick with me here. Just had to get one more graphic created so we could show our team stats in the game. And this is the early start in this one, folks. How about it? Heat, 7 rebounds to Boston's 4. 3 of 5 from 3 for Miami. Heat Celtics matchup. Heat with the early lead. Good start. Good start. We got Alonzo Mourning on the TV being interviewed. How about that, Mr. Zoe? And Pat Riley. Oh, Pat Riley on the TV. He's awake. He's awake. Bam makes the free throw, converting the 3-point play. 16-4. Derrick White with a step back. No good. Heat looking to keep this run going. Herro up ahead, lobbing, Wiggins, slamming! It's a 15-0 Heat run! Miami leads 18-4! Oh, what a start! Got to keep your foot on the gas pedal, though, folks. Jaylen Brown. Oh, that's an illegal screen. It's a turnover. It's going the other way. Celtics absolutely just all over the place. Heat can extend this 18-4 start. How about it? How about it? Sorry, I had something caught my eye. I mean, the Celtics haven't scored in 3 minutes. Wiggins to Bam. Bam backing down on Neemias Queta. Bam gets inside, bumps, left hook. Oh, how does that not fall? Halfway down. Bam with a rough start offensively tonight. 1 of 5 shooting. Jaylen Brown looks for a 3 and connects. So that snaps the cold streak for Boston. Substitution, Kasparas Jakucionis in. No Davion Mitchell, the rookie gets a run. Bam lines up a 3. Boom! 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 A 3-point answer from Adebayo. And he's got 6 first quarter points. Like Jakucionis on the floor. He took out Herro. Pritchard lobbing. Queta slamming. Good set there by Boston. Bam attacking Queta. I like the aggressiveness. Gets inside. Hangs. And 1! Bam Adebayo! The quick attack using his speed and size advantage. Getting by Queta. Absorbing the contact by Jordan Walsh and knocking it down. That is 5 straight points for Bam. He's got 8 in the first quarter. Chance to make it 9. How about it, Adebayo? Welcome back, big fella. Welcome back. Converts the 3-point play. Heat up 15. Jovic in for Larsson. So it's Wiggins, Powell, Bam, Jovic, and Jakucionis. Jaylen Brown guarded by Norman Powell. 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. Brown, good defense. Powell fouled on the floor. They say on the floor. And it will be side out. How about Mr. Adebayo? It's about time he's back. Of course, it's after I made the video. I was defending Bam the entire time. So I was like, yeah, listen, the offense is bad, but stick with them. I make one video about blowing up the roster and how bad Bam's been. And next thing you know, he wants to turn into frickin' Kevin Garnett. Oh, Powell with a step-up 3. Kaboom! Heat up 18! Norman Powell into the action. Timeout, Boston! They can't handle the Heat right now! The Celtics need a timeout! Spam those fireball emojis! 27-9! Come on! Come on! Come on! Let's go! What a start for the Heat! Bam Adebayo is back! Come on! This is what I love to see. Turn me the F up, as someone says in the chat. Shout out Nate Rod. Shout out Mannix, Yami, Monty, Sandy, Hot Dog, Trini, Justice. All spamming those fireball emojis. I want to see the chat on fire. Get it hot in here. Get it hot in here. I might have predicted the Celtics to win this game, but nothing would fire me up more than a Y'all know how much I hate the Celtics. My least favorite team in the NBA, for sure. One of my top 5 most hated teams in sports, period. Knicks are at a number 2. If you weren't aware, I'm a Mets fan. So I have a lot of hatred for some baseball teams. My two least favorite organizations in sports. Number 1, Atlanta Braves. Number 2, New York Yankees. Buffalo Bills come in at number 3. Hate the Bills more than anything. Growing up in New York, can't stand them. Number 4 is the Celtics. Number 5 is the Knicks. Those are my top 5 most hated teams in sports. But Celtics number 1 in the NBA, Knicks number 2. But what a start. What a start. Yeah, Monty. You and I disagree on that one. I know you're a Braves fan. Yeah, we just put our differences aside when it comes to the Heat. Manic says, I'm a hater. Oh, with all my heart. I say this to everybody I know. No one's more of a hater than me. The truth is, there's very rare teams that I like. I like my teams, but it's hard to get me to like your team if you're not me. Because my thought process is this. If I can't have success, I don't want you to have success. In sports. Life, y'all, I want y'all to flourish. But in sports, I don't want anyone to be happy but me. So I hate everyone. All right, we're back. Boston making some changes. Anthony Simons into the game, and he misses his first shot attempt. Ball loose on the glass. Still loose, and I think we're going to have a jump ball. Luka Garza, the former Iowa Hawkeye, into this one for Boston. .5:30 to play here in the first quarter. Heat with a tantalizing start. Jovic and Luka Garza center at the line for jump ball. Oh, you can't do that. Luka Garza caught the ball, and it's going to be Heat ball. Going back to Miami. I feel good vibes today. I feel good energy. Maybe it's because the Heat are up 27-9. Probably very much like it. I just want to keep this flowing. Oh, like a 30-point win against the Celtics would just make my heart, feel so good. Wiggins to Bam. Bam double-teamed inside. He swings it over to Powell. Powell back over to Wiggins. Back to Bam in the corner. Bam attacks Garza. Fouled. Throws it up. Oh, he almost got it to fall, but it will be 2 free throws coming for Adebayo. Bam, 2 for 2 at the line to this point. He's had 2 and 1s. I mean, I'll tell you what, folks. If Bam Adebayo is going to be guarded by Luka Garza, I almost think every single possession, clear out, get it to Bam, and let him go to work. That's how bad of a defender Luka Garza is. My guy, the Rant Guy Topics is back at work. It's my Friday slow night. Go Heat, go Pats. Well, shout out to you, then, Rant Guy Topics. Appreciate you for coming in and hanging out with us again here. Oh, I don't know why that changed. You're Friday. That's nice. You're off the next 2 days, or you got a 3-day weekend? Bam missed the first free throw, made the second, so he's got 9 first quarter points. Had 10 first quarter points on Tuesday. I mean, he's got 10 points now. He had 9, now has 10. So he's got 10 first quarter points again. Anthony Simons has it, guarded by Jakucionis. Boosting that trade value, maybe? I don't know. Jakucionis defending Simons well so far. Simons, contested step back 3. No good. Great defense by the rookie. I'll tell you this, as the Celtics get the offensive rebound, and Simons lines up a 3 and connects, nothing has been more impressive to me when watching Jakucionis in his limited action this season than his defense. That was always the biggest concern for him, in my opinion, defense and athleticism coming out of college. But I thought his defense this year so far has been great. And now he feeds Norman Powell, who knocks down a little 10-foot jumper off a curl. Powell with 5 points here now. Jaylen Brown guarded by Bam. Top of the key. Sidestep 3. Doesn't go. Rebound inside. Battled for. Grabbed by Miami. Foul on Luka Garza, and it will be Heat ball with 4 minutes to go. I mean, if Jaylen Brown's had a heck of a year, but if he's going to take a step back 3 on Bam, I'm going to live with that shot every day of the week. Heat with a bucket have a chance to take a 20-point lead. Wiggins and Bam check out. We'll see Herro and Larsson back in. Herro, Larsson, Ware, Jovic, and Jakucionis. A lot of whites on the floor. A lot of whites. We almost got an all-white lineup. We're one away. I don't even think we have another white guy on the team. I guess you could count Fontecchio maybe. But Fontecchio in for Ware. Illegal screen on Jovic. Man, it's a tough year for Nico, man. Larsson defending Derrick White. Pelle Larsson reminds me a lot of Derrick White. Not as good as a ball handler, obviously, and shooter, but the way he does the dirty work. Pick and rolled. Garza missing the floater. Ball tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it's off Jakucionis. I'd like to take a look at this. I don't think that was off Jakucionis at all. I thought Garza went over the top and hit it out of bounds. Well, Heat won't challenge, so we'll have to see if it ends up hurting Miami. Simons on a curling three. Of course it does. I guarantee it went off Garza. I would have liked to look at that. Heat's lead is 15. Miami doubling them up right now. Herro driving, doubled, lose the handle, kicks out. Jakucionis swings it to Ware. Ware's three-pointer, no. Nico on the follow, tips it up and in. Attaboy, Nico, way to make up for it there. Derrick White kicking it over to Simons. Simons with a pair of threes here in the first quarter after checking in. Looking for a third. Too strong. Rebound, Jordan Walsh. And the Celtics put it back up and in. This unit not rebounding the ball well here early in the first quarter. Multiple offensive rebounds given up. Herro attacking Jordan Walsh. Herro with the Euro step floater. Misses that one. First miss of the night for Herro. Heat still leading by 15. Derrick White hunting Herro defensively, getting the switch. Now pick and roll with Garza. Herro goes under. White crosses it back over. White back out to Garza. He can shoot it, and he shows you right there with a three. And just like that, Boston creeping their way back into this one. We knew it was going to be a battle, even though the Heat went up 18. You knew they weren't going to blow this one away. Boston's too good of a team to get blown out that quickly. It's a 12-point game. Timeout. Timeout on the floor. 2:27 to go here in the first quarter. Heat leading by 12. 421 people in the building. Good audience here early in the first quarter on a Thursday night. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. On the road to 27,000 subscribers. We're 15 away from 6,500. You know what? I'll tell you this. If we get 15 subscribers during this timeout, which I'm willing to bet 15 of the 422 people watching aren't subscribed, I'll take a shot at tequila if we get to 26,500 subscribers right now. Hit that sub button. We got daily Heat content. We go live for Heat games. Next live show will be on Tuesday. Late night game against the Kings. Hit that sub button. We'll have video out tomorrow on the latest rumors with Ja Morant. Tim Hardaway in the building. Number 10. That jersey retired by the Miami Heat. Well, looks like we won't get to that subscriber number. We did pick up one subscriber. Appreciate whoever joined the family here. 32-20. Celtics put on a little bit of a press here. Dru Smith into the game. Who came out? Jakucionis out. So quick hook for the rookie. I don't know if Coach Spo didn't like something. I don't know. Jovic driving downhill. Fouled. Good aggressive drive. It was a Nico Ware pick and roll. And Jovic got hit pretty hard there on the side. So 2 free throws coming for number 5. Christian says, I'm new. Appreciate you joining the family. Hugo Gonzalez in for the Celtics. A lot of youth on this Boston team as Jovic misses the free throw. Come on, Nico. You gotta make those. Jovic makes the second, so he splits the pair. Heat up 13. Derrick White brings it up the floor, crossing the timeline. Jordan Walsh finds a curling Simons. Dru Smith defending. Simons, step back three over Ware. Good. That's Simons' third three of the quarter. He's on fire. He's got 9. Heat quickly coming the other way. Larsson with a cut inside, out to Ware. Corner three, Kel'el. And the answer! Kel'el Ware with the tray ball. Heat 6 of 9 from 3 here in the first quarter. Luka Garza inside. Has position. Blocked by Jovic. Ball goes right to Hugo Gonzalez. He can't finish. Ball still loose. Boston has it. Doubled in the corner and is batted out of bounds. Great defense there by Miami, even if they're not able to get a defensive rebound right now. And it will stay with the Celtics, 4.5 on the shot clock. Good defense by Nico, helping with the block and then staying vertical, not picking up a foul on the putback attempt. Well, let's finish this quarter strong. Let's keep this double-digit lead. Derrick White to inbound. White gets it to Simons. 4 on the shot clock. Simons, double-teamed. Crossover. Fouled. Dru Smith, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Dru Smith hits him on the back. Like, he literally hits him on the back. There was no need to do that. Doesn't hit him up top. Hits him on the butt. No need for that, Drew. Come on, dude. Dru Smith played it good in the first month of the year. He is incredibly frustrating to watch, man. He was good at the beginning of the year, but you see why many of us were so against Dru Smith getting minutes and him on this roster. Because he doesn't bring a lot of ability in terms of ceiling raising, and the floor he brings isn't even that good either. Frickin' Dru Smith. Simons made the first free throw, makes the second, 11-point Heat lead. Simons 11 off the bench here. Herro, guarded by Jordan Walsh. Swings it around the perimeter. Dru Smith driving, kicks out to Jovic, open three. Nico can't hit that one. And the Celtics look to cut it back to a single-digit game, minute to go. Simons, feeling it, pull up three. No. Rebound, Jovic in traffic. There you go, Nico. Nico will bring it up. Jovic, handoff Herro. Herro, pump fake, drives. Herro gets inside to the corner for Larsson. One more to Smith. Dru Smith now to the rim. Smith doubled, out to Herro. Herro driving, kicking. Smith in the corner. Feel like the Heat passed up an open shot there. Smith driving out to Herro. Herro at the end of the shot clock. Air ball, tipped up, no good, and rebound Celtics. I think the Heat just got over passy there. I think they had a couple looks they could have taken, but didn't. Heat lead still is double digits. 8-second differential shot clock and game clock. So Heat with a defensive rebound will have last possession of the quarter. Derrick White driving, gets by Ware, loses the handle, steal inside. Heat pushing. Heat have numbers. Herro to the rim. Blocked out of bounds. Selfish basketball by Herro. There's no other ways to say it. No other way to say it. Herro could have dished that off to Larsson. Instead, he faked the pass into a Euro step and got swatted into oblivion. Give that up, dude. Give it up. Either way, Heat ball with 6 seconds to go in the quarter. They'll go into the second period with a double-digit lead no matter what. Norman Powell in for the final offensive possession. Larsson out. Dru Smith to inbound. Smith can't get it in. Now finds Ware. Ware open three. No good. Rebound Boston. 2 on the clock. Simons half court at the buzzer. Good if it goes. It does not. And that will end quarter number 1. Heat lead 36-25. Good start for Miami. Led as much as 18, but down to 11 as we enter quarter number 2. 440 people watching. If you haven't already, come on, help me out. Hit that like button. Let's get to 110 likes during the timeout. 110 likes. Feel like that's very doable. We're 12 away. $105. We're 5 away from 110. I got to be honest, I'm on pins and needles here. I don't know if any of you guys are baseball fans. I've already alluded to it. I'm a New York Mets fan. Our owner, Steve Cohen, tweeted out, "We're waiting for a decision." It's been rumored that Kyle Tucker, one of the best outfielders in the MLB and one of the top free agents out there, will be making his decision on free agency in the next, 24 hours, whether it's tonight or tomorrow. Apparently, the Mets offered a 4-year, $200 million deal. Kind of crazy. Is Tucker worth that? I don't know. But they offered it. Sounds like the Dodgers and Blue Jays are the other teams interested and have similar offers out there. I'll tell you what, if he goes to the Dodgers, I'm not watching baseball. And that's talking baseball with Nick. We'll get back to basketball. But I'm just refreshing Twitter. All right, we got to 110 likes at least. We'll take it. About to get back in action here in the second quarter. Let's hope Miami continues their strong play to this point. Certainly out shooting Boston tonight. 6 of 12 from 3. Celtics certainly, after losing the rebounding battle early, started to get on the glass a lot more at the end of that first quarter. Baylor Shireman in for Boston. I liked him come out of the draft. A little Creighton lefty. Herro curling over to Larsson. Larsson tees up a triple, but can't connect. And the Celtics corral the rebound. Oh, Jaylen Brown loses the handle. Steal. Miami out and running. 3-on-1. Herro lobbing. Larsson! Slamming! That time, Herro makes the correct pass in transition, and Larsson pays off the steal on the other end. Simon's got to pay attention to him. Best offensive player for Boston tonight. He gets it over to Brown. Brown attacking, step back elbow jumper, and he buries it. Jaylen Brown has been excellent this year. Nikola Jovic over to Larsson, now right wing. He drives on Simons. Good defense, and it's reset across the perimeter to Herro. Now Dru Smith. Pump fake, drive, kick. Jovic, wide open three. No good. God, there's nothing that drives me more up a wall than Jovic shooting the three and doing that little drift to the right off of the release. Drives me nuts. Hold your fucking release, dude. Jaylen Brown, baseline drive, discards Dru Smith. And inside, Dru Smith fouls Neemias Queta, and he'll go to the line for 2. Nothing drives me up a wall than Jovic, that sidestep bullshit after he shoots it. I like John Crotty. He just said Herro always making the unselfish play. Brother, do you watch Heat basketball? No offense. I love Tyler. I just don't think I would use the word unselfish to describe his play. Queta makes the first free throw. Second free throw missed. Rebound Miami. Looks like Larsson got hit in the head on that rebound, and he's a little late to get back to the offensive end of the floor. Finally does, but Dru Smith misses a three. Kel'el Ware with an offensive rebound. He's open for 3. He'll take it. Nah, it doesn't go. Like the effort on the glass, though. Jaylen Brown working on Ware. Driving, gets by, misses the layup, but Queta's there for the offensive putback over Jovic. Major, you know what? I'll offer you this. I said I wouldn't shave my head. Dru Smith misses inside. Another offensive rebound, Ware, but he throws it away on the baseline. Rough game for Ware. But Dru Smith with the steal. Heat in transition. Jovic to the rim. Jovic fouled by Neemias Queta, and he'll go to the line. Good defense there by Miami. I'll make this deal. I won't shave my head, but how about this? If you send in, balls in your court, a $100 super chat, when we are live on the channel again next Tuesday, I will be clean shaved. I will shave my entire facial hair for that stream on Tuesday, if you want. If you want me to shave, I won't do it on the channel because that's just a mess in the studio. I'm not going to do it. But I will be clean-shaven, baby-face Rolly if on Tuesday's stream if you send in a $100 super chat. Balls in your court. Balls in your court. Jovic misses the free throw again. He's 1 of 3 at the line. Misses that one. Jesus Christ, dude. Nico's been horrible. 1 of 4 at the line for Jovic tonight. Jaylen Brown probing inside, up and under. Oh, pretty move, but misses the shot. And then Jovic can't get the rebound. Oh, my goodness. And then gets blown by Jordan Walsh for a slam. Dude, Nico's been fucking horrible. Heat lead. Down to 6, 38-32. Yeah, I'm not shaving the eyebrows. Not shaving the eyebrows. Well, first time out of the second quarter tells us it's time to tell you about our sponsor on today's show. That's PrizePicks. Today's stream is brought to you by PrizePicks. How you play is up to you. And with the playoffs here in football, elite hoops every night, the action never stops, and PrizePicks lets you take control. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections, and if you are correct, you can cash in. Doesn't matter if it's baseball coming up in a month. It doesn't matter if it's football, basketball. They have it all available in more than 50 states. If you want flexibility, you do the flex play. If you want the biggest payout, go for the power play. No matter how you play, PrizePicks is the best way to get in on the action. My entry for tonight, more than Andrew Wiggins, 1.5 3-pointers made. I think he bounces back with a good 3-point shooting night. Derrick White, he always kills us. I'm going more on 19.5 points. And Steph Curry, 21.5 points. Flash discount. Got to keep your eye on the PrizePicks app because they will give you daily specials. They'll give you weekly specials. Keep an eye out. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's stream. Let's get an F Boston chant going on in the chat right now, man. Let's get an F Boston chant. Why not? Why not? I hate the Celtics. Most hated NBA team there is. If you're with me, spam those F Bostons. Cone Master's with me. Not doing it for shaved eyebrows. I told you what I would do for $100. You asked? I said $100 next Tuesday. Clean face rolling. Trini's with me. F Boston. East lead down to 6. See if they could bounce back here. Theodore is spamming those at Boston. Heat led by 19. They led 27-9. See See if Miami can reclaim a nice lead here. Looks like we'll have some changes to the lineup on the floor for the Heat. I think Andrew Wiggins is back. Jovic to the bench. That's the only change. Wiggins in for Jovic. Herro at the top of the key over to Wiggins. Wiggins to Herro. Herro, pump fake, drives. Herro steps back out. Swung to Larsson. Open corner three. No good. That was a good look. Good offense for Miami. He'd have just gone cold offensively. Called a spade a spade. Couldn't miss early. Now they can't hit a shot. 1 of 8 shooting this quarter for Miami. Simons driving by Ware. Misses the layup. Garza rebound, put back good. Herro walks into a 3 on the other end and knocks it home. I don't know how Herro has left that open, but he makes some pay. He's got 10 points, his second 3 of the night. Brown at the free throw line. Kicks it out. Herro with the steal. Herro in transition. Lays it up and in. What a sequence for Herro. A 3, a steal, a layup. Back up 9. "12 points for Tyler here in the first half. Jaylen Brown looking for an answer. Driving. A lot of contact. Throws up a wild shot. But got it to fall. Dru Smith, left wing, over to Wiggins. Wiggins driving, turnaround elbow jumper. Can't get that one to roll. Baylor Shireman with the rebound. He's out and running for Boston. Shireman resets now to Simons. Simons has had 11 points for Boston off the bench tonight. Jaylen Brown now working on Dru Smith. A lot of contact again. No good. Rebound Miami. Heat running. Herro, right wing, pump fake, reset, open 3. It's kaboom! Tyler Herro cannot miss. Timeout Boston. Heat up 10. How about it? Herro looking like a hero tonight. Celtics need a timeout. Spam those fireball emojis. Come on, get the chat on fire. Boston can't stop Tyler. All it took was some Miami Heat trade rumors on Ja Morant to get these boys playing well again. Oh, the Heat are going to trade for Ja. Bam and Tyler like, all right, let me cook. Come on. Let's continue the strong play in the second quarter. Continue it, continue it, continue it. Still trade Herro for Ja? Yeah, probably. I mean, I got to be honest. If you guys are being changed on your opinion because of a one regular season game in the first half against the Celtics, that's more of you guys being mentally weak. Just saying. Not saying that you want that, but if you expect someone to change their opinion because of a regular season game in January and it's just the first half, nobody's changing their opinion on a conversation, on a matter, on a topic because of that. Herro playing well tonight. Doesn't change the fact all of the issues that he's had over the last 3-4 years, those don't go away because he's playing a good first half. Another super chat from the Rank Guy topic. Shout out to you, on fire. Up in here, it's burning hot. It's getting hot in here. So take out all your clothes. It's getting hot in here. Good start here for Miami. Hopefully they can continue. Herro leads all scorers tonight with 15. Ooh, do my eyes deceive me? Or it looks like we have a lineup change as we come back from this timeout. Simone Fontecchio into the game. I'm a little surprised they took out Herro with him being so hot, but Norman Powell, Bam, and Fontecchio in. It'll be those three alongside Wiggins and Dru Smith. 7 to go here in the first half. Anthony Simons working on Wiggins. Drives right. Bank shot. Doesn't go. I thought Luka Garza just shoved Bam in the back there. No whistle, and he gets a putback. Dru Smith now, top of the key. Directing traffic. Bam will set a screen. Smith gets it to Bam, top of the key. Bam. Waits. Jabs. Jumper. Gut! Bam! Feeling it early. He's got 12. Heat up 10. Like that patience from Adebayo, confidence as well. You can tell he feels better about his offensive ability right now than he did last week. Drive, kick, Simons, Haueser, corner three, good. Got to be careful with him. He can catch fire in an instant. An instant, I should say. Dru Smith driving, kicking. Norman Powell, fouled. Are they going to say in the act of shooting? Looks like they will. There'll be 2 free throws coming for Norman Powell. Payton Pritchard, slap on the arm. It is going to be 2 free throws, clearly inside the arc. Powell so crafty at getting fouled in that jump shot. Would I trade Jovic, Rozier, and Jakucionis for Ja? No draft picks, just those 3? Yeah, I'd say yes. If all it took was Nico, Jakucionis, and Rozier, no picks, just those 3? Yeah, I'd do. But I still stay strong in my thought is like if you trade for Ja and you don't send Herro or Powell to Memphis, you got to trade Herro or Powell somewhere else. Anthony Simons driving, fadeaway, gets it to go at the free throw line. He's hot tonight. Just don't think of Ja, Herro, Powell. Like, you can't play those 3 together. Which one's coming off the bench? I don't want to make those decisions. So I'd rather, because you don't have to. Wiggins with a little mid-range jumper. Wiggins feeling good offensively tonight. Real rough game shooting on Tuesday against Phoenix. Bouncing back nicely. Pritchard spinning inside. Now an up and under. Oh, misses the layup. Rebounds it. Out to Haueser, corner 3. No good, and Wiggins gets the board there. Jakucionis in for Dru Smith. He gets it. Jakucionis kicks it. It swung. Fontecchio passed up a 3, drives inside, and resets it. Oh, Bam dropped out of bounds. I can't stand when the players catch it one-handed. 2 hands. But Fontecchio also should have shot that corner 3 before he drove. Simons isolating on Bam. Stonewalled. Great defense. Kicks out the Haueser. 5 on the shot clock. Contested step back 3 for Simons. Goes in and out. Wiggins with another board. Wiggins been active on the glass tonight. Like that from him. Heat up ahead. It's Fontecchio. But he resets. Now Wiggins looks to attack Haueser. Wiggins to his right hand. Spinning. Kicks. Corner. Adebayo 3. It's good! Bam Adebayo! Oh! Just exuberant confidence right now. 15 first half points. Him and Herro both have 15 tonight. Lead back to 12 for Miami. Haueser looking to get it inside the Garza. They can't get it to him. So it's Pritchard spinning and fouled on the floor by Norman Powell. And it will be side out. Herro and Rozier for John Clark. In. Very in. Like that a lot. I said that I think you should trade Herro for Ja. If you're trading for Ja, I think you should trade Herro because you're going to have to trade one of him and Powell regardless. So why not just knock it out with one stone? You get Ja and you trade one of them. Derrick White off of a curl comes up short, rebound tipped out, but Boston has it. Derrick White, he's been cold tonight, fouled by Jakucionis. Yeah, I made up a word there. I don't know what I said exactly, but I don't think I said the right word. White at the line for 2. He's been really cold tonight. He doesn't have any points. He's only taken 2 shots. Did I say it right? Is exuberant? Is that the right word? I always get confused sometimes. I know exuberant is the word. Is exubering a word? I don't think so. It's exuberant. But what if you wanted to say, I don't know. I like to make up words sometimes. I think it's fun. Both free throws good for White. Lead down to 10 for Miami. Jakucionis driving. Oh, he's got to step inside. Kicks to Bam. Just made a corner 3. Can't make that one. Derrick White with the rebound. Driving in traffic. And it's knocked out of bounds by Jakucionis. Forced the Celtics to reset. Exuding, is that the way you say it? Yeah, exuding, not exubering. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, let's see. I mixed 2 words together. How about it? Payton Pritchard. Looks like, or no, I thought the Heat went to his zone for a second. They don't. Bam. Got to stay down on that. Fell for the pump fake. Derrick White inside. Drops it off to Garza, who's fouled. Got to stay on your feet, Bam. I know Derrick White's a shooter, but if he wants to take a 3 over your outstretched arms, go ahead, but no need to jump. Luka Garza, the former college basketball national player of the year at Iowa at the line. He's got an offensive game to him. Just struggles with him in his career. Is not the best athlete. Can't really defend. Makes the free throw there, though. 55-46, Heat lead. Garza makes the second. See if the Heat can finish this first half strong and go into the break with a double-digit lead. Bam fouled. That's the 3rd foul on Boston. The Celtics are actually in the bonus the rest of the way. Miami's 2 fouls away from shooting free throws. Jakucionis inbounds it to Fontecchio. Gets it back. Jakucionis driving inside. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul on the rookie. Saying he extended that off arm, pushing Derrick White. That's a bummer because I thought that was a good aggressive attack to the rim. I'd like to see a replay of that. Either way, 4th turnover of the game on the Heat. Back to Boston. Payton Pritchard handoff. Now back to Derrick White. Now Haueser. Haueser swinging to Pritchard. Pritchard driving on Fontecchio. Back out to Haueser. Swung to Derrick White. White inside. His floater. Doesn't go. Ball loose. Picked up by Norman Powell. Fontecchio with the board. Fontecchio resets. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Powell. Pick and roll with Bam. Powell gets around the perimeter. Drives. Kicks. Jakucionis corner 3. Splashes it home. The rookie, in his limited minutes, has been excellent off the catch, shooting from 3. Buries one there. He looks so confident off the catch, something he didn't do a lot at Illinois. Most of his 3-point attempts came off the dribble as he had the ball in his hands a ton. Jordan Walsh with an answer, got position inside on Norman Powell and banked home a layup. 9-point Heat lead. Norman Powell, Bam, pick and roll. Two-man game here. Miami's been doing a lot more pick and rolls lately. Powell to the rim. Scoops home a layup. Garza doesn't defend the rim well. 9 points for Powell in this first half. Only taken 3 shots. He's made all 3. Pritchard over to Haueser. Haueser with a contested 3. Wow, man, he can shoot the rock, dude. 10 points for Sam Haueser. Now Bam attacks the other way on Garza. In a crowd. Finishes it with the left hand. Bam! Too big inside. 17 points in the first half for Adebayo. Derrick White driving by Wiggins. Kicks it out to Garza for 3. His triple too strong. Rebound by Miami. Under a minute to play. Heat up 10. Let's get a bucket, stop bucket, and go into the break up 14. Heat going to go 2 for 1 here. Jakucionis going to set a screen for Powell. They want to target Garza. Powell, step up 3. Right wing. Too strong. Fontecchio with the rebound. And resets out to Powell. Powell drives on Garza. Gets inside. And throws it down! A two-handed slam! Norman Powell! Surprising Boston with the Bunnies. 12-point lead. Not really a difference between shot clock and game clock. Get a stop defensively and go into the break up 12. Derrick White, guarded by Wiggins, calls for a screen, gets the screen. Bam switches on. White, driving left, contested pull-up jumper. A foul? .3 remaining in the half. First foul of the game on Bam. What a finish by Norman Powell in traffic. I want to see a replay of that. I didn't see any contact unless it was down low. They saying Bam pushed him on the hip or something? Derrick White makes the first free throw. I wish they'd show a replay. Well, Heat will have a chance to get up another shot here before the half. .64-53. White makes the second, 10-point lead. Wiggins gets it to Powell. Powell, 2, 1, half court. Good if it goes. No good. And that will do it for the first half. Heat playing really well right now. Leading by 10. Leading scorer in the game, Bam Adebayo, picking up right where he left off on Tuesday night against the Suns in that fourth quarter. Grade the Heat's performance so far, A, B, C, D, or F. Grade it for me, A, B, C, D, or F. I got to give that first half a B+ for Miami. Got out to an 18-point lead in the first quarter. They got down 4-3 and then have led ever since. It's a good first half. Robin going A. A for Louie. B+ from Trini. B says Hot Dog. The only reason why I give it a B+ and not like an A or A- is because I thought the Heat could have put Boston away early, but they let them creep back into this game. Boston got all the way down to 6. I mean, the Heat got it back up to 12, but would have liked to see Miami really punish Boston, make that a 20-point game at the half, which is why it's a B+, not an A. Mannix with an A-. James with an A. A- for Matt. Strong first half for the Heat so far. Crazy game, back and forth for sure. We'll look at some first half stats here in a second. Apachito going A. Yeah, it'd be nice to get a win tonight, man. If we end up blowing this game to Boston, I'll be very sad. I'd be very sad. Very sad. Got a super chat, which means we got our first wheel spin of the night. Get that on screen here in a second. Super chats coming in from Major Anthony Nelson. Once this gets into our software, we'll get it on screen and into our wheel spin. And then we'll look at some first half stats. Major. Trade Herro, Rozier, 2 first-rounders for marketing. Superior to Ja. Agree. Trade Jovic for Daniel Gafford. Trade Wiggins and Fontecchio for Porter Jr. A lot going on there, Major. Start with this. I don't think Herro, Rozier, and 2 firsts is good enough to get that trade done. I think it would be Herro, Rozier, Jaquez, and 2 firsts. Add Jaquez to that trade, and maybe the Jazz would consider. But I don't know. Maybe they'd want more. But I agree that I would rather trade for him than Ja. Jovic for Gafford. Dallas would need more. Gafford's more valuable than that. Trying to think. Jovic. I just don't think if you trade Herro, Rozier, Jaquez, and first rounders for marketing, I don't think you have enough to trade for Gafford. And same thing could be said about Michael Porter Jr. I think the Nets are going to want a first round pick back for MPJ, not just salary. And if you trade the 2 first round picks you have for Lauri Markkanen, you're not going to have any for Michael Porter Jr. So if you wanted to do all 3 of them at the same deadline, I just don't think that's going to happen. You can maybe do one of them, whether you trade for Gafford or Porter Jr. or Markkanen, if they are available, which we know Gafford and Porter Jr. likely will. I don't even know if Markkanen's going to be available. But, yeah, it's just incredibly unlikely you'd be able to do all 3 of those. You just run out of assets, even though I don't disagree that it would be a good decision to get those 3. Starting lineup after that would be Ja, Powell, MPJ, Markkanen, Bam, with Ware, Pelle Larsson, Gafford. Would you need Ware and Gafford off the bench, though? I'd probably say no, right? I would only trade for Daniel Gafford if you're trading Ware elsewhere. Like if you trade Ware for a Giannis or a Markkanen per se, well then, yeah, you need a backup big then, and then you trade for Daniel Gafford there. But if you have Kel'el Ware, I don't think you need to trade for Daniel Gafford. Because you're not going to be able to play all 3 of them, Bam, Gafford, and Ware. So, just telling you there. But appreciate the $5 super chat. That brings us to our first wheel spin of the day. As the Heat lead by 10 at the halftime break. First wheel spin, let's see what we got. 5 push-ups. 5 push-ups. We'll look at some first half stats here after I do those push-ups. There's the team stats at the break. Let's get this push-up cam set up. Oh. Camera down. Camera down. There we go. Camera up. Camera up. Get the chair out of the way and then do some push-ups. Oh, I'm sore from my workout today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ow. Just absolutely obliterated my foot there. Good push-up form, man. Got that form up there. Got that form up there. All right, let's look at some first half stats now individually. Best player on the floor tonight for both teams, no one other than Bam Adebayo. He's been phenomenal tonight. 17 points. Would like to see him on the glass a little bit more, but the way that the Heat's defense has operated tonight, and the Heat haven't got a lot of rebounds as a team. It hasn't been a good rebounding game for them. The Celtics have so many shooters, so many ball handlers that when the Heat are switching every screen, we have a lot of times where Bam is switched out on the perimeter tonight, and it's leaving the Heat vulnerable on the glass. Andrew Wiggins has picked it up. We'll look at his numbers here in a second, but he's been really good on the glass. But nice to see Bam back in an offensive groove, man. Led the team in scoring on Tuesday night, 29, had 13 in the fourth quarter, which propelled Miami to that victory after the Heat fell down by 6 there in the fourth. Good to see him pick up right where he left off. A confident, aggressive, offensive Bam Adebayo is when the Heat are at their best. I mean, if the Heat win this game, I don't think it's a coincidence that you beat back-to-back 24 and 15 teams at home and Bam played well, right? Like, listen, the Heat lost a lot of those games over the last 3 weeks because Bam couldn't play well offensively. I mean, he deserved all of the blame, if you will. I mean, there's other players playing bad in those moments, but your best player is Bam. So when he plays bad, you're not going to win. But when he plays like this, that's where you beat good teams like Phoenix and Boston. So hopefully he can continue it in the second half. I mentioned Andrew Wiggins. He's been great on the glass tonight. 5 boards. He's been a man. He was really good against the Suns on Tuesday, grabbing boards. Even though his offense wasn't very good, he was on the boards. Good to see him on the glass. Got to impact the game if you're not playing well offensively, but he is hitting his shots tonight. Herro's hitting his shots tonight. I mean, back-to-back first halves here where you're having Bam and Herro carry the load. Norman Powell took over on Tuesday night in the second half in the early middle part of that fourth quarter. Hopefully that continues and he comes out blazing in the second half. But Herro and Bam carried in the first half Tuesday, carrying in the first half tonight. Just in a great, efficient night offensively from Herro to this point, especially after he couldn't hit a 3 to save his life on Tuesday. Good to see him 3 for 4 tonight. I mean, I talk about Powell, like he hasn't done much, but he hasn't needed to. He's only taken 5 shots, but all 5 shots have been good shots, and they have all been good looks, and he's connected on 4 of them. 11 points for Norman Powell. Good to see him tonight, playing well again offensively. Jakucionis seeing some run here, had a turnover in this one, but buried a corner 3. I think he's been solid defensively. I want to see him continue to get minutes. I got to be honest, I don't need to see Dru Smith. I just don't need to see Dru Smith. Continue to let Jakucionis get more run off the bench for Miami. And then Kel'el Ware with 3 points. Not a good game for him so far. 1 for 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. I mean, the threes have been open, just not been able to hit it. And he hasn't been very good defensively either tonight. But hopefully the young man plays better in the second half because we're going to need everybody to play good in the second half if we want to hold off Boston and get a second straight win against a good quality opponent that's 9 games or better above 500. So hopefully Ware comes ready to roll here in the second half. All right. Oh. Probably close to get going here in the second half. Appreciate everybody tuning in here. If you're just joining us and want to help the show and donate, that'd be greatly appreciated. $5, we spin the wheel. $10, we do 10 push-ups. $20, it gets you into the Heat Report Hall of Fame. Gets your name on the board. That we're writing names for all season long. And I chug a beer. Got a beer bong. Chug a Happy Dad for a $20 super chat. See if we get any today. Would be greatly appreciated here. It's this Thursday night, Thirsty Thursday. Why not have some fun, folks? Why not? But let me know. Halftime. Let me know who you got. MIA for the Heat. BOS for the Celtics. Who wins? Who wins? 75% of the live poll in the chat going with Miami. We're actually going to change that, update it. We're going to update this live poll to see if y'all feel any different. Who you got? Heat, Celtics. I see Matt going Miami, Matthias Miami, Trini Miami. Satori says, Nick, I didn't know you did Miami Heat Sports Talk too. Satori, I thought you, I don't know. Listen, I see a lot of different usernames on a lot of different channels here at Chat Sports that I do. I thought you were a Heat guy and not a Dolphins guy. I thought you were a Heat fan and not a Dolphins fan. I guess you're a Dolphins fan and a Heat fan. Maybe you're both. But I thought I saw you on the Heat streams, not the Dolphin streams. So now I'm confused. Major, I'm going to hope that's not the case. Third quarter about to get underway. They got outclassed by Phoenix in the third quarter on Tuesday. They were up by 17 at the half. And the Suns came all the way back to take a lead in the fourth quarter. I mean, would it surprise me if the Celtics led at some point in the second half? No. But let's just lead wire to wire tonight. Why not? Went down 4-3 and then have led ever since. It's not let's give up the lead again. Satori, I thought it was the other way. But hey, I appreciate you. Let's not relinquish the lead tonight. Let's keep the lead the entire half. Let's keep it. But the core four for Miami, Bam, Herro, Powell, and Wiggins, all in double figures. Bam with 17, Herro with 15, Powell with 11, Wiggins with 10. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling, baby. Very close to getting the second half underway. Heat will start the third quarter with the ball. Celtics will get it in the fourth. 400 people in the building. If you have not already, please hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes tonight. We're at 146. No need to jinx it. Want the Heat to win? Oops. Like the video. Like the stream. Major, you got the Canes winning? I got to be honest. I got Indiana. I'm not a Miami Hurricane fan. I'm a North Carolina football fan. But I have no dog in the fight. I just think Indiana is, without a question, the most well-coached team. They're more experienced. They're older. They also have the best quarterback in college football. They have the number 1 overall pick. So when you've got the better coach, got the better team, and you got the better quarterback, I'm going to pick them to win. I do think it's close, though. I think 7-point spread, I'll be willing to go with Miami spread. All right, we're in this game now, and it starts with a Pelle Larsson almost turnover. Gets it back and lines up a 3, but misses. Sloppy first possession for Miami so far. All right, just to start, I should say. Jaylen Brown defended by Wiggins the other way. Step back 3, no good. Derrick White offensive rebound and throws it off of Herro's leg. Got to box out, Tyler. Got to box out. That Derrick White, he can be crafty. He can be crafty on the glass. If you don't box him out, he'll get to the rim and grab that board. Payton Pritchard has it. Quiet first half for Payton Pritchard. He drives on Powell. Oh, I thought he shuffled those feet for a travel, but he shuffles it off to Brown for a mid-range jumper. Wiggins attacks Jaylen Brown on the other end. They double Wiggins. Wiggins swings at the Herro. Herro attacks Haueser. Herro stops, kicks. Wiggins lines up a 3. He got fouled. And one! Andrew Wiggins with his third 3 of the night. And he got fouled. I knew as soon as he released that shot, Brown bodied him on the follow-through. But Wiggins connects. What a game for Andrew Wiggins so far. Free throw can put Miami up 12. Wiggins completes the 4-point play. Jaylen Brown just holding the ball for 10 seconds. What a horrible offensive possession. Now he just lines up a three and no good. I mean, that's got to be the worst offensive possession I've seen from a Boston Celtics team in some time. Heat with the rebound. Powell up the right side, attacking Payton Pritchard. Powell, free throw line jumper, no good. Bam Adebayo, offensive rebound, and is fouled by Jaylen Brown on the floor. Beside out. Powell off a curl inside. Lefty layup. Too strong for Norman Powell. Ooh, hits the deck afterwards. Wonder if he rolled an ankle there. Brown the other way, and he gets right to the rim as the Celtics had 5-on-4 offensively. Looks like Powell's fine, I think. 10-point Heat lead. Wiggins driving on Brown, spinning, kicking. Larsson now attacks. Behind the back dribble, out to Wiggins, and he just throws it away. What is Wiggins doing there? Celtics in transition. Payton Pritchard has it. Dumps it into Jaylen Brown, and Herro commits a foul on the floor. What is Wiggins doing? Wiggins was open for three, and he threw it right to Boston. I think he anticipated help, and he was going to get the one more pass to Powell, but they didn't help, and it was just right to the defender. Derrick White inside, hits the floater over Pelle Larsson, and it's down to an 8-point game. Wiggins attacking Jaylen Brown, spinning, losing the handle, ball still loose. Wiggins picks it up, saves it. Heat have numbers. Powell, right wing, drives on Queta, takes a bump, and will go to the line. Jaylen Brown poking the ball away from Wiggins as he tried to grab it, went flying into the stands, and it allowed Miami to have numbers, and Norman Powell got fouled inside. Powell with 11 points tonight. Heading to the charity stripe here. Powell makes the free throw. Powell makes both. 70-60. Jaylen Brown, guarded by Wiggins. Gets the switch. Now Herro defends. Brown attacking. They double him. Kicks it out. Pritchard in the corner. 5 on the shot clock. Pritchard baseline drive. Drop off Queta. Queta can't go anywhere. Airballs the layup. And a great defensive stand by Miami there. Herro. Bam. Pick and roll. Herro crossing over. Driving on Pritchard. Free throw line floater. Connects. Herro's gotten to his spot at the free throw line multiple times tonight. He's searching that part of the court out when he's getting there. Like the addition of more pick and rolls into the Heat offense. I like the blend of isolation drives and pick and rolls as the Heat give up a lob on the other end. Herro, step up three, too strong that time. Good look, though, for Tyler. 8 to go here in the third quarter. Miami still leads by 10. Jaylen Brown doubled in the corner. Good timely double. Miami recovers defensively. Now Norman Powell gets blown by easy layup Payton Pritchard. Norman. Hell of an offensive player. Not very good defensive. Larsson now on the other side. Driving, stopping, losing the handle. Kicks it out to Wiggins. He lines up a three. No good. Brown. Oh, attacking Herro. Foul. And it will be free throws for Jaylen Brown. Tyler Herro just reaching in there. Blown by immediately by Jaylen Brown. It's worked so far tonight with Herro kind of as the point guard and Powell as the two guard, and those two sharing the backcourt. But when you have those two both in the game together with no Davion Mitchell, your perimeter defense, not very good. Brown makes the free throw there as we have a 7-point game. How about Simone Fontecchio checking in alongside Jakucionis? Fontecchio saw limited action there in the first half. In the first half, it was Jovic and Jakucionis checking in. Sounds like Fontecchio might be taking Jovic's spot in the rotation. He played really poorly in the first half. Wiggins and Herro out. Brown makes the second free throw, 6-point game. Jakucionis, Fontecchio, Powell, Larsson, and Bam. I don't know if these five have ever shared the floor together this year. What a fascinating lineup. Bam, baseline drive, scoop layup, goes! Neemias Queta just can't stay in front of Bam, and I'm glad Adebayo knows it. He's got 17 now. 19, excuse me. Jaylen Brown guarded by Powell. Oh, boy. They double him. Kicks out to Derrick White for three. No good. Rebound, Fontecchio. Good box out by Larsson on Queta there underneath. Now Larsson attacks and is fouled by Neemias Queta. Miami just taking turns going after the Celtics big man. And Larsson will be shooting 2 free throws as he was fouled when we return. First time out of the second half. We'll tell you about today's sponsor. That's PrizePicks. Today's stream is brought to you by PrizePicks. How you play is up to you. And with the playoffs here in football, elite hoops every night, the action never stops, and PrizePicks lets you take control. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections, and if you are correct, you can cash in. Doesn't matter if it's baseball coming up in a month. It doesn't matter if it's football, basketball. They have it all available in more than 50 states. If you want flexibility, you do the flex play. If you want the biggest payout, go for the power play. No matter how you play, PrizePicks is the best way to get in on the action. My entry for tonight, more than Andrew Wiggins, 1.5 3-pointers made. I think he bounces back with a good 3-point shooting night. Derrick White, he always kills us. I'm going more on 19.5 points. And Steph Curry, 21.5 points. Flash discount. Got to keep your eye on the PrizePicks app because they will give you daily specials. They'll give you weekly specials. Keep an eye out. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's show. Hit that sub button. Almost 500 people watching. We're 1 subscriber away from 26,500, and then we'll be 500 away from 27,000. That's our next goal here on the channel. We appreciate anybody who joins us. We are on the rise up as we take our eyes towards the trade deadline and the postseason as well, potentially. Daily content here, whether it's a live stream, video, or short. We got you covered with everything you know about the Heat. Right there. Join the channel if you haven't already. There we go. Someone was the 26,500 subscriber. Who? I don't know. But shout out to whoever it is. Oh, major. Completely agree. Completely agree. I mean, if I'm going to be honest, like, I've said this. Like, I thought it was fun, but the more we've seen this team play, the Heat aren't going to be able to compete in the Eastern Conference to go to the NBA Finals, I think, unless they get Giannis. Like, even if they get Ja, like, it's going to be fun, but I don't think that move is going to take them to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, the only player that the Heat could legitimately acquire at the deadline and compete for an NBA championship alongside the Knicks, Pistons, Thunder, Nuggets, Spurs is Giannis. Don't think anybody else is really going to do much for Miami. Larsson at the line here, out of the timeout. Makes the first free throw. Chance to put Miami back up by double digits. Substitutions for Boston. Luka Garza in. Jordan Walsh in. Payton Pritchard out. Anthony Simons in. Simons had 11 points in that first part of the first half. Got to make sure he doesn't catch fire again. I don't think Laurie would either. Laurie's really good. I just don't think that takes us to winning the Eastern Conference. Maybe I'd be wrong. Very good ball player. I don't know if that's like a altering move. It would make us better, but title contenders, I don't know. Oh, Norman Powell with the steal. Heat out in transition. Bam Adebayo lobbing to Pelle Larsson. That is the second time Larsson has had an alley-oop slam tonight. Defense to offense, folks. Anthony Simons over to Brown. Brown attacking Fontecchio. Step back 18-footer. No good. You live with that every day. Larsson with the board. Heat in transition. Bam to the rim. I think he got knocked out of bounds off of his knee there. Yeah. Out of bounds it goes. Back to Boston. Now the Celtics are out and running. Simons walk up three. Connects. Spoelstra not happy with the officials giving the ball to Boston with multiple Heat players not back off the out of bounds. 9-point game. Bam, double teamed. Kicks it out to Jakucionis. Jakucionis hands it off to Norman Powell. Powell to Bam. Bam, driving on Jordan Walsh. Spinning, kicking, Larsson, wide open three. No. Fontecchio with the offensive rebound. Oh, but Larsson was fouled. I didn't see that. Larsson fouled by Luka Garza on the three. So the second-year guard out of Arizona. Oh, that's a weak call. I don't think that's going to be shooting. I think that was like a little shove after the shot. So I think it's just going to be 2 free throws because the Heat are in the bonus. Heat are in the bonus, so they're shooting free throws the rest of the way. 5:35 to go in the third quarter. Larsson makes the first. That's 5 straight points now for Pelle Larsson. 2 free throws, the alley-oop slam. And now this one. One more coming here at the line. Miami with a chance to go back up 11. Misses that. And the Heat's lead stays at 10. Anthony Simons guarded by Norman Powell. Luka Garza sets a screen. Simons gets the switch. Adebayo defends. Simons drives right on Bam. Loses the handle out of bounds. That's a turnover. Oh, they're going to say it's Boston ball. What? Oh, official made a mistake. Says, it's on me. Pointed the wrong way. Bam Adebayo with the strip. And it goes off Simons' leg. Heat ball. I think Jakucionis, although not doing much tonight, has given Miami some good minutes as that backup guard. He gets Powell off a curl, fouled, and one! Norman Powell off the curl into the lane with the bucket plus the harm. Jaylen Brown got his hands caught in the cookie jar. Powell makes him pay. 5 to go here in the third quarter. To this point, knock on wood, he'd have had a strong third quarter to this point. Powell gets the roll off the front rim and in. Heat lead by 13. Powell was 16 tonight. Heat have a well-balanced offensive attack. Jaylen Brown attacking and banking home a layup. Heat quickly ahead. Jakucionis to Powell. Powell attacks inside. Hangs. Left finish. Good! Timeout Boston! Norman Powell pushing the pace. He's now up to 18 points on the evening. Celtics need to talk it over. Timeout. Spam those fireball emojis. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. Spam those fireball emojis. Matthias, Sandy, Mullins, Trini. My guy Ron Brown, Randy, Maddie, Matt. Major. Spam those fireball emojis. Zezus, Rubina, Theodore. Jovic, Montana. Love this third quarter for Miami. Got to finish it strong. Under 5 here to go. And then you got another strong 12 minutes needed to close out this Boston team who has played really good ball this year. 24-15. Even with no Jason Tatum this year, you can't take him lightly. Derrick White's played in a just about all-star level. Jaylen Brown at an all-NBA level. Got to continue to keep your foot on the gas pedal. I will say this. I don't think the Celtics are contenders in the East this year. Even if they get Jason Tatum back, they're a very good team, but I can't see them winning the East or the NBA Finals with that big man lineup. I mean, maybe they go out there and acquire a starting level big, like a Daniel Gafford or someone like that. I don't know. But if they're going to trot out Neemias Queta and Luka Garza in the playoffs, they stand no chance. I don't care how good Derrick White, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown may be when they're on the floor together. They ain't going to win with a center like Luka Garza and Neemias Queta playing 30 minutes a night. He put on a little bit of a press out of the timeout, trying to throw some different looks at the Celtics team. Same lineup on the floor for the Heat that was just on it before the TO. Jaylen Brown, probing, pull-up elbow jumper, and gets the friendly bounce off the front rim. Good defense. Tough shot. Said he's playing at an all-NBA level this year for a reason. Jakucionis got fouled by Jordan Walsh. And the Heat, as I mentioned earlier, in the bonus, that's 2 free throws coming for the rookie out of Illinois. He'd have not shot the ball well at the free throw line tonight. Missed there by Jakucionis. I like to see him getting some minutes. Probably only in the rotation because of Davion Mitchell's injury. But I do like that Spo is gone with him over Dru Smith. I mean, he put in Dru Smith a little bit in the first half after 4 minutes of Jakucionis. But the rookie getting all the action here in the second half to this point. Jaylen Brown attacking. Swings it over to Pritchard. Pritchard drives inside. Kicks to the corner. Simons, 3. No. Rebound, Jordan Walsh on the weak side. And he resets. Jaylen Brown now sees a plethora of Heat defenders. Swings it to Pritchard. Pritchard, sidestep three. Gets it over to Jaylen Brown for three. A foul? Oh my God. What's the statute of limitations on a shot? I mean, they call it on Bam. Let me just show you I'm going to try to illustrate it. Jaylen Brown shoots the three. Right? I'm going to, as the camera went out for a second. Jaylen Brown shoots the three. His hand extends like this. And when it goes this, one slap. Like, one slap. That had negative impact on the shot. Negative. Like, it wasn't even close to the follow-through. The follow-through was already done, 1 second contact. There has to be a statute of limitations on when you're done being a shooter. Because that little amount of contact, a full second after he snapped his wrist, should not be a foul. That is just ridiculous by the NBA. All 3 free throws good for Jaylen Brown, 9-point game. I thought the Heat just got screwed there. Powell on the curl, Euro step lefty layup. Oh, Norman Powell just cooking inside tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Celtics can't compete with that level of rim protection. Lack thereof. Like Garza and Queta stink. Anybody can just get to the rim against them. Jaylen Brown spinning fadeaway on Larsson. Good defense. Rebound tapped out by Jakucionis. Heat control. Larsson out and running. Trailing Fontecchio. His three-pointer. He was fouled. What comes around goes around. Luka Garza commits the foul. And Fontecchio is going to get 3 free throws. See, that one was an actual foul. They didn't give him a place to land. Thought they were maybe going to look at that for a potential hostile act. They won't. Free throws for Fontecchio. Gets the friendly roll up and in. Simone, one of the top 10 players in the NBA in terms of drawing three-point fouls. Norman Powell's number 2 in the NBA, only trailing the beard, James Harden. Fontecchio makes the first 2. And the Heat's lead is back up to 13. I said he was in the top 10. How about the top 5? Fontecchio, 4th in the league in three-point fouls drawn. Harden 1, Powell 2, Curry 3, Fontecchio 4, even though he doesn't get a lot of playing time, and Jalen Brunson 5. Larsson subs out, Herro back in. Fontecchio makes all 3 free throws. Heat going small. Interesting, something to monitor. No Ware. Herro, Wiggins, Jovic, Fontecchio, and Jakucionis. Fascinating. Jaylen Brown attacking Jovic. Spinning. Good defense. And that's a travel. Oh, how about Nikola Jovic? After a real bad first half, stays in front of Brown and forces the turnover. 13th TO of the game on the Celtics. And the Heat's lead stays at 14. He'd only have 5 turnovers today. Jovic left alone, attacks, kicks. Jakucionis swings it for Wiggins. His three-pointer, no. Ball tipped out of bounds by Fontecchio, and it will go to Boston. Heat shooting 51% tonight. Boston 45. Jaylen Brown. Probing on the perimeter. Herro defending. Knocked it loose for a second. Brown attacks over to Derrick White for 3. Rattles in and out. Rebound gathered by Jakucionis, but he loses it. And Boston gets a second opportunity. Brown attacks inside. Misses the floater. And there's Wiggins on the glass. He's been really good rebounding the ball lately. Jakucionis over Herro. Herro swings it. Turnover. Tipped and stolen by Jaylen Brown. Brown in transition to the rim. Blocked! Oh, they call a foul on the floor. No, on the shot. But before Wiggins blocked, they said Wiggins caught him with the hand check before Brown got into the shot. Oh, no, they called the foul on Jakucionis. Excuse me. Jakucionis from the side. Got his arm there. Going to say, no way Wiggins fouled him. Wiggins pinned that shit. Both teams will be in the bonus for the final 2 minutes of the third. Brown makes the first free throw. They've shot the ball well at the free throw line tonight. I mean, you look at the free throw difference here. Celtics 15 to 16. I mean, yeah, the Heat have shot more, but they've missed 6 compared to the Celtics 1. Jaylen Brown makes the pair. 12-point Heat lead. Remember, the Heat led by 10 at the half. So they've outscored Boston by 2 here in the third. Herro off a curl. Line up a 3. Splashes it home. Jakucionis with the assist. Heat up 15. Herro's got 20. 4th 3 of the night. Heat shooting the ball well tonight. Jaylen Brown with the attempted answer. No good. Excellent rebound, Nikola Jovic. He'll push it up for Miami. Jovic crosses over. Attacks Luka Garza. Kicks it outside. And the Heat reset with Jakucionis. Jakucionis to the corner. Jovic lines up a 3. No. Fontecchio almost got the offensive rebound, but could not corral it. Derrick White comes away with it. Celtics. Simons. Floater. Good. Tough shot. Minute to play in the third. Close this quarter strong. Keep the lead at 13 or more. Come on, win this last minute. Jakucionis directing traffic. Now over to Herro. 10 on the shot clock. Herro to Jakucionis. Left wing 3. The rookie. Too strong. Rebound by Boston. Saved inside to Simons. 40 seconds remain. Celtics likely going to go 2 for 1 here. Simons, step back 3 over Jovic. Splashes it down. That's a tough one to swallow as it's a 10-point game again. 21 points for Simons off the bench. He's got 5 threes. All right, let's go. Get a bucket and a stop and win the third quarter. Bucket, stop, win the third. Here we go. Herro, crossover. Gets the switch onto Garza. Clear out. Now they double Herro. Over to Fontecchio. Open right wing 3. No. And the ball goes out of bounds. They doubled Herro off the switch. Herro found the open man. Fontecchio unable to knock down the 3. All right, let's get a stop here and go into the fourth up 10 and have a even third quarter. Heat off to a hot start from 3. Cooled off, certainly, over the last quarter or so. 5 on the shot clock. Simons from the logo. Too strong. Ball loose. Jakucionis has it. Half quarter at the buzzer. No good. But that closes out the third quarter. Heat, Celtics tie that third quarter. Heat led by 10 at the half. They lead by 10 going into the fourth quarter. It is that time, folks. Put your paws up. Everyone knows it. Spam those 4s. Spam those 4s. It's fourth quarter time. Spam it. Spam it. Spam those 4s. 12 minutes until the Heat get a second straight win. They beat the 24-15 Suns on Tuesday. Have the opportunity to beat the 24-15 Celtics tonight to improve the record of Miami to 22-19. Spam those 4s. Trini, hot dog. Number 1 Dolphins Heat fan, Justice. Sandy, Cav, Appuchito. Keep on spamming those 4s. Spam those 4s. 12 minutes until a big win. 12 minutes until a big win. Shout out Major. 12 minutes. Heat 8th in the East right now, 21-19, a full game, behind the Cavaliers. I mean, there's a lot of seasons left. Fourth quarter fully underway in Miami. Celtics with the ball. Down by 10. Herro back in. Dru Smith, Jovic, Wiggins, Herro, Larsson is the 5. Queta, pick and roll inside. Left hook shot over Wiggins. Gets it to go. I'm a little puzzled with Erik Spoelstra electing to go with no Bam or Ware here. Ware hasn't played in the second half. We'll see if that pays off for Spo going small or if it doesn't. 8-point game. Wiggins isolating and driving on Haueser. Kicks it out to Dru Smith. Open 3. No good. Ball loose. Long rebound. Herro tracks it down. And Herro is fouled. Good effort there by Tyler Herro, tracking down that board, giving Miami a second opportunity and picking up a foul. Earlier, Miami can get into the bonus, the better. Herro, guarded by the rookie Hugo Gonzalez out of Spain. Gets a screen, drives right, now top of the key, works on Queta. Herro to Dru Smith. Jovic in the corner for 3. Too strong. Wiggins offensive rebound. Loses it, and it will go to Boston. Dang. Derrick White now the other way. To the driving Hugo Gonzalez, who knifes his way inside for a layup. And it's down to a 6-point game. Herro going the other way. Pulls up. Fouled. They're going to call it on the floor, which is a tough one to swallow because Herro hit the floater. But it will be side out Miami. But that is the second foul on Boston already. So the Heat are 3 fouls away from shooting free throws the rest of the game. Jovic, handoff Herro. Herro guarded by the rookie. Now gets the switch on the Haueser. This is in a matchup in favor of Miami. Herro driving left. Step back, mid-range, bucket. Herro wasn't easy. Was good defense by Haueser, but Herro made it look easy. Back up 8. Derrick White driving and resets it over to Simon. Simons now drives on Dru Smith. Simon step back elbow jumper, comes up short, rebound Jovic. Jovic will bring it up. Jovic attacking Haueser. A lot of contact, no foul. Ball turned over. Celtics in transition. Simons, Euro stepping to the rim for an easy layup. Heat go the other way quickly. Jovic misses a layup inside. Lead is 6. Boston has a chance to cut into it some more. Simons for 3. No good. Rebound Nico. Outlet Herro. Herro thought about a step back, swings it to Jovic. Now Dru Smith in the corner. Smith. They reset now. Herro driving, kicking. Dru Smith corner 3. Stepped out of bounds. Get Dru Smith out of the fucking game. Get Dru Smith out of the game. Simons directing traffic, getting a screen and switch with Herro as the defender. Attacks Herro to the rim. Layup good. Timeout Miami. The Heat have no rim protector right now. This is a horrible lineup. Horrible lineup. Can't defend Eric Spoelstra on this one. Horrible. That's just a bad lineup right there, man. First time out of the fourth, we'll tell you about today's sponsor. Today's stream is brought to you by PrizePicks. How you play is up to you. And with the playoffs here in football, elite hoops every night, the action never stops, and PrizePicks lets you take control. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections, and if you are correct, you can cash in. Doesn't matter if it's baseball coming up in a month. It doesn't matter if it's football, basketball. They have it all available in more than 50 states. If you want flexibility, you do the flex play. If you want the biggest payout, go for the power play. No matter how you play, PrizePicks is the best way to get in on the action. My entry for tonight, more than Andrew Wiggins, 1.5 3-pointers made. I think he bounces back with a good 3-point shooting night. Derrick White, he always kills us. I'm going more on 19.5 points. And Steph Curry, 21.5 points. Flash discount. Got to keep your eye on the PrizePicks app because they will give you daily specials. They'll give you weekly specials. Keep an eye out. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. 4-point game here in the fourth quarter. Over 600 people watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We'll have video out tomorrow on the latest with John Morant. We'll be live next Tuesday for Heat Kings. We'll be live next Thursday for Heat Blazers as well. No stream Monday because of the national championship game between Miami and Indiana. But we'll have you covered every step of the way as we're about 3 weeks away from the NBA trade deadline. It's Thursday. I actually think 3 weeks from the day. I think it's exactly 21 days from the deadline. Yeah, exactly 3 weeks today, February 5th. Hit that sub button if you want to be up to date on all things Miami Heat. Super chat. Jovic over Ware is wild. I guess we would play faster. Well, it has not paid off. Not a good decision so far by Eric Spoelstra. Not a good decision. See if Miami has a different lineup out there to start. How about it? Dru Smith, I'll see ya. Jakucionis back in. That's the only change. No, Bam in for Jovic as well. Wiggins attacking, loses the handle, kicks to Jakucionis. Now over to Herro. Herro attacking Hugo Gonzalez. Contested 3. No. Adebayo with the offensive rebound. Second opportunity for Miami. Wiggins right wing, driving on Queta, getting to the rim. A lot of contact, no foul. Celtics, chance to draw even closer. Haueser for 3. No. Herro gives up a rebound. Thank goodness it went out of bounds. I like Jakucionis back in. I mean, clearly Spo doesn't like something with Ware tonight. I don't know, because Bam coming back in this early in the fourth and Ware not playing in the entire second half is wild. Bam attacking. Bam double-teamed. Drop off to Larsson. Larsson swings it. Jakucionis now drives. Drop off Adebayo. Bam, 15-foot fadeaway, comes up short. Jakucionis has got to either shoot the 3 or put up the floater. Had a look. Timid. Come on, Rook. Derrick White for 3. Boy, he's been cold tonight. My PrizePicks is going to lose because of that. Wiggins did his job. I bet Curry does his, but White stinking up the joint. Wiggins attacking the rookie Hugo Gonzalez. Step through, lefty layup. Foul. Late whistle, but I think the correct one, it'll be 2 free throws for Wiggins. Yeah, I think Derrick White hit him there. 180 people watching. If you haven't, hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes. We're 21 away. Here you go, Wiggs. 2 big free throws right here. Knock them down. Yep. I will say the one thing I don't like about Andrew Wiggins shooting free throws is that they're line drives, dude. They're BBs. Tyler Herro will check out. Norman Powell back in. Powell had a really strong third quarter. Wiggins makes both free throws. There you go, Wiggs. 2 big ones. Back up 6 for Miami. Under 8 to play. Ooh, Jakucionis knocks the ball away from Simons. Simone Fontecchio into the game. Wiggins takes a seat. Looks like Jakucionis and Simons butted heads there. Both will stay in. Jakucionis defending Simons tonight. Simons back pedals threes. Oh my, he is on fire. I can't even get mad at the defense. He's just hitting unbelievably tough step back threes. Pelle Larsson drives on Neemias Queta. Fouled. That's the 4th foul of the quarter on Boston. So every foul for the final 7 minutes tonight will be free throws for Miami. Something to keep your eye on, as this game is really tight here. I mean, the Heat have committed no fouls this quarter, so massive potential free throw advantage for the Heat down the stretch. Larsson over to Bam. Bam attacks Luka Garza, spins, double-teamed, fading away. How is that not a foul? Bam got knocked to the deck. Celtics have it. Simons driving, floater. No good. Good defense by Miami there. Rebound Fontecchio. Heat pushing. Have numbers briefly. Adebayo to the corner. Jakucionis open 3. Splash! Big shot there by the rookie. He's got 7 points. And the Heat go back up by 6. Jakucionis, second 3 of the night. Both from the corner. Simons isolating on Powell. Driving left. Gets by Powell. And Euro steps his way to the layup. That's just too easy, Norman. Come on, brother. Force them into a jumper at least. Don't get blown by that easily. Bam, corner 3. Can't go. And the lead stays at 4 with 6 minutes to play. Simons, he's hot. Top of the key. Calls for a screen. Gets the switch on the Pelle Larsson. Simons. Isolating, driving, good defense by Larsson. Tough fadeaway. Guy's unconscious. Guy's unconscious. I don't think anybody could stop Anthony Simons right now. 32 points off the bench. I mean, these are tough shots he's making. Other than the layup he just had, everything else is tough. Powell off of a curl inside. Kicks to the corner. Fontecchio 3. No. And the Celtics can tie or take the lead with this possession, but Joe Mazzulla wants to call timeout and talk it over. I mean, the Heat's defense hasn't been great at times, but Simons can't miss. Heat have led every minute of this game since it was 4-3. Who you got? We're in the clutch time now. Who you got? This is where it would be nice to have Davion Mitchell tonight. Most people still rock it with Miami. Yeah, I'm kind of with you with AI. Heart says Miami holds on. My head says Boston wins. What was my score prediction in this game? 121, 111. Oh, man. Here we go. Heat up 2 on defense coming out. I think you got to go back to your starting 5. You got to put Wiggins back in. It's crunch time. It's a close game. Herro, Powell, Larsson, Wiggins, Bam. Those 5 got out to a 27-9 lead. Get them back out there. Get them back out there. But then if you play both Herro and Powell, who the heck is going to defend Anthony Simons? Because he's going to close this game for Boston. And he wasn't out there when the Heat jumped out to that 18-point lead. Simons can't be stopped. Scored the last 11 points for the Celtics. He's got 6 threes. Herro back in, but Jakucionis is in instead of Larsson in this starting 5. And the Heat are down 1. Jakucionis didn't switch with Herro, and Haueser buries a triple. First lead for the Celtics since it was 4-3. Heat looking to reclaim the lead. We need a guard bad. You know what? That possession alone just made me think I want to get Ja, because Powell could have lobbed it to Bam and instead tried to wrap around pass it, and he freaking almost turned it over, but it stays with the Heat on the baseline. I mean, Powell, come on, brother. You had a lob opportunity. Fucking throw it up. Powell curling, gets it back to Jakucionis, who's fouled inside. Good feed there by the veteran, finding that he was doubled. Quick pass back to Jakucionis, who's going the line for 2. Haueser, hot Jakucionis on the forearm. 2 free throws for the Rook. Chance to go back in front here for Miami. Jakucionis 1 of 2 at the line today. Makes the first, and we're even at 101. And the Heat go back in front. The rookie with 9 points off the bench today. 7 assists, too. How about it? Like what he's given us tonight. He's going to be guarding Simons here. Can he slow him down? No one else has. Because they're just calling a pick and roll and getting the switch. This time, Jakucionis sticks on him. Forces a step-back 3. This guy's unbelievable. I think you could put fucking prime Michael Jordan on Anthony Simons, and he's still going to give him buckets. Gary Payton, don't matter. Tony Allen, Simons is so hot right now, not a single soul can stop him. Heat down 2. Jakucionis 3. Oh, the rookie answers! Jakucionis! His 3rd 3 of the night. Heat up 1. Can we get a stop? Sign the switch. Herro defends. Heat double. Swung to Haueser. Now Jaylen Brown. Contested 3. Oh, my God. Heat quickly the other way. Powell blocked. It's a bad play by Norman Powell. Bad play by Norman Powell. Down 2. Under 4 to go. My goodness. Jaylen Brown guarded by Herro. Celtics are 10 of 15 in the 4th quarter. Missing that one, though. Long rebound out to Boston. Haueser 3. That one doesn't go. Rebound, Derrick White. Jesus Christ, guys. Holy shit. 16th offensive rebound for Boston tonight. Heat finally forcing a couple misses, and they can't get the rebound. I mean, the Heat are forced to be doubling Simons, which is putting Miami out of rotation. And Luka Garza was able to go over Andrew Wiggins and tap that board to Derrick White before he got fouled. And now White's at the line for two. I mean, because we can't guard our man one-on-one and we're doubling everybody, they're just getting our defense out of rotation, which means even if they miss, we're not in a position to rebound, and they're getting offensive boards. It all comes down to not being able to guard your yard. You can't stop your man, and it's allowing, in a domino effect, everybody to be out of position. And that's why I've said it. Herro and Powell, they can't play together. They can't do it. They're too bad defensively. They're just targeting them in the pick and roll. Heat will call timeout to talk it over, 3.5 to go. I mean, every time Simons or Jaylen Brown is just calling for a screen. Hey, I want to get guarded by Norman Powell. Hey, I want to get guarded by Tyler Herro. Why? Because they both can't fucking defend. We've seen this now with Tyler Herro for the past 4 years. When it comes down to crunch time, it's a freaking bong in California. Hey, pass that over here. I want to take a hit. It's incredibly frustrating. Thousand people in the building. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll be here on Tuesday and Thursday of next week for Heat Kings and Heat Blazers watch parties. We'll have videos out the next couple of days. Tomorrow we'll have a Ja Morant video out there. Saturday we're going to have a Giannis video. We already got those two already planned. Join the channel for daily Heat coverage. This would be a tough game to lose. Up 10 at half. Up 10 going into the fourth. You've been outscored by 14 in the fourth quarter so far. Celtics can't miss. They are unconscious. I don't like what Spo did to begin the fourth, going with a lineup of Herro, Jovic, Dru Smith, Wiggins. Who was the fifth? It was Herro, Jovic, Wiggins, Larsson, and Dru Smith. Lead evaporated with those five on the floor. Well, down 4. You found yourself in this position on Tuesday. Who's going to be the player to spark this little comeback here in the final 4 minutes? Norman Powell driving, floater, big answer there by Powell out of the timeout. But you got to get a stop. You got to get a stop. Powell with 22. He's guarding Simons. Come on. Herro now guarding Simons. Simons attacks. Blows right by him to the rim. But blocked. Herro recovered. Heat in transition. Powell, corner 3 for the lead. No. Jakucionis with the rebound. Out to Powell. Back to Jakucionis. Jakucionis for the lead. Fouled. No, they're going to say it's offensive. He stuck his leg out. Oh, man. What a tough sequence there. Yeah, he absolutely did stick his leg out. That's the correct call. He missed the shot anyway. 2:45 to go. Man, that's a blown opportunity. He had 2 threes for the lead. Well, it wouldn't have counted if because Jakucionis stuck his leg out. But Powell had a beautiful wide open look. Jaylen Brown driving on Herro. Gets inside. Easy floater. I mean, he's just so fucking bad defensively. 27 for Jaylen Brown tonight. Heat down 4. Powell driving on Luka Garza, kicking to Bam. Wide open corner 3. That doesn't go. Rebound Boston. 2 straight possessions with a wide open 3. Miami not able to pay it off. 2 minutes to go. Got to get a stop. Got to get a stop. Jaylen Brown attacking Herro. Floater. Misses it. Ball goes right back to him. Out to Simons for 3. He finally misses. And the ball goes out of bounds. But it will stay with Boston. My fucking goodness. Oh, that's off Garza. Oh my God, he didn't challenge it. What are we doing? That clearly went off Garza. And now Jaylen Brown drives, fouled. On the floor. Celtics are not in the bonus. It will stay with them on the side. Oh my God, the Dodgers signed Kyle Tucker. I'm not watching the MLB. I'm done with baseball. Not watching. Done. Don't care. Stupid league. The league has to step in. They have to step in with what the Dodgers are doing. All right, back to basketball. The Heat are 4 of 17 from the field in this fourth quarter. Awesome. Oh, Norman Powell just gambled on a steal. Put Miami out of rotation. Garza open 3. No good. Rebound tip in, Sam Haueser. Oh, they're going to say it's offensive goaltending. Oh, they're going to say it's offensive goaltending, and they're going to review it. I think it's going to be overturned. I don't think that was offensive goaltending. Yeah, it wasn't even close. Clearly off the rim. Heat will be down 6 with 1:38. Your inability to defend. That's what killed you in this one. Down 6. Can't stop a nosebleed on the perimeter. This puts your entire defense in rotation. No one's in a place to rebound. It's just horrible. It's horrible. Need a bucket. Tyler Herro driving on Jaylen Brown. Kicks it out to Powell. Powell, he goes inside, turns around from 8 feet and connects. Keeps Miami in this one down 4, but you got to get a stop. Got to get a stop. Can someone guard their yard, dude? No, here comes the screen. Tyler Herro defends Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown drives to the free throw line. Turnaround jumper. No good. And the rebound finally secured by Miami. Down 4. 1 minute to go. Need a bucket. Herro drives on Simons. Bumped. No call. Missed the open floater. Oh, that's brutal. He got slightly bumped, but I mean, that is a point-blank floater from 6 feet, and he just smoked it. That's usually a shot he makes, I'd say 9 out of 10 times. Of course, that's the 10th. Well, got to get a stop now. Down 4, Simons, isolated on Herro. Simons drives left, pull-up elbow jumper. Too strong. Jakucionis with the board. Heat still in it. Here comes Bam. Bam attacks Garza. His floater. No good. Unbelievable. Herro and Bam just missed both point-blank floaters. Heat got a foul. And the Celtics call timeout. That's so bad. I mean, 2 point-blank looks. Missed them both. Terrible. Your supposed 2 young building blocks, Herro and Bam, just missed 2 point-blank 5-foot floaters. Unacceptable. Those two can't lead you, man. They can't lead you. Exhibit A. Both of them have had really good moments tonight, but when it comes down to it late, they can't get it done. Heat fouls Simons with 13 seconds remaining. What a brutal loss this is. Led the entire game and blew it in the fourth. Spo going with that lineup to start the fourth quarter is just embarrassing. That's what cost us. I mean, this last 4-minute display of shooting hasn't been any good anyway. But starting the fourth quarter with Dru Smith, Tyler Herro, Jovic, Larsson, and Wiggins cost you. I mean, the entire momentum swing went right to Boston with that 5-man lineup. Simons makes the 2 free throws. Timeout Miami to advance the ball. Couple super chats. We're good on screen here. I mean, this is just a deflating loss, man. $2 from Rant Guy. Ware being a big, at least grab some boards. He didn't even play in the entire second half. To your point, only if we had a fuller 7-footer who could help on the boards. Listen. I would agree that I'll say this. The Heat had a lot of success early in this game with Bam at the 5 attacking Luka Garza and Neemias Queta. Kel'el Ware not playing at the end of the third quarter into the early parts of the fourth quarter with Spoelstra going small with Jovic at the 5 is, to me, what lost this game for Miami. Because if Ware was in the game instead of Jovic, or instead of Dru Smith alongside Jovic, I don't think the Celtics go on that run to start the fourth quarter. Spoelstra not playing Ware at the end of the third, early fourth, killed us. Killed us. Killed us. No defending Spo on that one. Bam and Herro choked so hard, no defense from the guards. Yeah, I mean, Bam and Herro both didn't do anything in this fourth quarter. Just both down 4, had 2 point-blank layups and couldn't make them. Or floaters. Heat down 6, got to score here to keep this game even close to alive. They get it to Bam. Bam for 3. Hits it. Of course he does. Down 3, 10 seconds to go. Brown gets it to Haueser. Haueser fouled. Of course Bam makes that. $20 from Pigeon Base. That's a Hall of Fame spot. Man, Spo, if we only had a big guy, perhaps who can gobble up rebounds. Oh, too soon. How about that potential, Spo? You twerp. I just said it. Not playing Ware at the end of the third, early fourth. That was quite the mistake. Pigeon Base gets into the Hall of Fame. Shout out to you. Love to hear the answer from Spo on why he didn't play in the fourth quarter. And the third quarter. In the entire second half. Haueser makes the all-important first free throw to make it a 4-point game. Makes the second. Spo uses his last time out. Heat need a quick 3 and then either a steal or a 1-for-2 trip from Boston. Mr. Gio, that was Spo's fault not playing Ware, and the fourth quarter lineup turned into a small ball of crap. Agree. Completely agree. You guys are with me on that one, man. I'll be fascinated to hear what the reasoning was for Eric Spoelstra not playing Kel'el Ware in the second half. That fourth quarter lineup, man, horrible. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I truly believe that's what ultimately led us to losing this game. Horrible. Heat get a quick layup out of the timeout. Norman Powell, it's a 3-point game. Need a steal. 4.7. They get it to Simons, and they foul him. No timeouts. Simons makes one free throw. Game's over. He's got 37 tonight. Simons makes the first ball game. Ball game. What a bad loss. Rank guy with a 5. Spo hates Ware. It's weird. Almost he works hard. I don't know why. It's crazy, ridiculous. No matter what Ware tries and makes mistakes, it's okay Ware over Jovic. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, just I couldn't agree more. Like I don't know why Jovic played over Ware. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Makes no sense. I mean, Ware didn't even play good in the first half. But still, like that, just because he didn't play good in the first half doesn't mean he should be benched. I mean, I need, like, I know it's going to be asked, but my goodness, I need to understand what Spo was thinking to start the fourth quarter. Yeah, I mean, listen, we want a quick little sidebar here. I mean, the MLB needs to step in. And I know people are going to use the argument, blame the owners for not offering it. You had 3 teams, Toronto, Los Angeles, and the Mets, all offer him massive contracts, and he still chose the Dodgers. Every single big international free agent, and it feels like any big free agent out there just always picks the Dodgers, man. It's an issue. Like, credit to Dodgers for offering it, but, like, it's just not going to be fun if they're just going to have a literal MLB All-Star team out there. All right, moving on. This is a basketball channel, not a baseball channel, but I'm upset right now with the Heat and the MLB. I think this is the first time in a long time I am like firmly blaming Spoelstra for the loss. I mean, I've done it before. It's happened before. But to me, today might have been the most blatantly obvious. Eric Spoelstra, your decision to start the fourth quarter cost us this game. Rant guy, OKC next. I'm not going to watch that game. Respect. I'll probably find a way to put it on alongside the NFL playoff games, but we're probably going to lose that game by 20. I mean, I'm not going to say F-Spo. I'm not going to say Fire Spo. I'm not going to go that far. But, like, the decisions he made today in the second half were bad. They were bad. Mr. Gio with another 5. We have the talent. Ware's there, and you choose not to use them, but you bring in Dru as 0 point. Yeah, Dru Smith playing to start the fourth quarter was a travesty. Travesty. The two biggest mistakes in this game: playing Jovic over Ware to start the 5 to start this fourth quarter, and playing Dru Smith. Two biggest mistakes. That's what did you win. That's what did you win. M Sports Review, could we trade Nico and Wiggins for Jaren Jackson Jr.? No. His trade value is significantly higher than Ja Morant's. It would cost you Wiggins, probably Ware too. Jaren Jackson Jr. would be fun. He's frustrating, though, I tell you what. He is very similar to Bam, to where both are very good defenders, but they are very streaky and spotty offensively. The only difference is Jaren Jackson Jr. is a bad rebounder, and Bam is a good rebounder for his size. Another $2 super chat coming in here. Get it on screen in 1 second. Once it pops up, if it ever pops up. Rank guy topics. Fourth quarter closers should have been Bam, Wiggins, Powell, Ware, and Herro. I mean, you're still having the same issue. Like, I understand wanting to have Jakucionis out there because that's who it was in, obviously. It was Bam, Jakucionis, Wiggins, Powell, Herro, because you needed a guard. Like, you needed a guard out there to try to defend Simons and stuff like that. But the issue we just had is that every single possession, all they do is and you saw it. They just called for a screen and said, I want Tyler Herro to guard me. It's the truth. It's unfortunate, but we've seen this for 4 years now. When it's crunch time, when it's close late, what do opposing teams do? Hey, let's get Tyler Herro over here. I want to take a turn at going at him. And then he gets blown by, puts Miami in rotation. They either give up a bucket or they don't get a rebound because no one's in a position to rebound because they're all running in rotation. Pigeon base, I mean, at this point that Spo hazes him or hates him, I probably think you would say. Would Pat even consider including Ware as a trade piece? Well, they didn't want to trade him for Kevin Durant. So I don't know. They would trade him for Giannis probably, but they didn't put him in for KD. Another mistake. I said it very loud and clear. I would have traded Ware for KD. I wouldn't have traded a Ware and a first-round pick for KD, but I would have traded Ware for KD. Ware's had a lot of big moments this year. No doubt about that. But I think it's pretty clear to say, based on how little Ware has played this season, he would be much better off if they had KD. M Sports Review. Jovic for Jaquez sounds fair to me. Call him. Hey, maybe they just forget who's who. Maybe they forget who's who. Tough. Tough game, man. Tough game. Still got a couple super chats coming in, waiting for them to pop up here. Oh. Give it a second. Waiting for them to pop up, and we'll get them on screen. Mr. Gio, Triple J, Jaquez was felt not playing tonight. Yeah. I thought the Heat offense was fine tonight until the fourth quarter. I mean, the Heat offense, they had 93 points going into the fourth quarter. And they scored 21 in the fourth. They got outscored 36-21 in the fourth. Hydro, we played her better with Herro. With no Herro, no all facts. I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but I've said it. Herro off the court, he'd have been better than this year. I like Tyler, but the defensive issues are tough. And he just got targeted in the fourth quarter. Targeted. All right, I'm going to sign off here, guys. We'll be live again next Tuesday for Heat Kings. And then we'll be here the next couple days with some videos. Be on the lookout for that. Tough loss. See you guys. Peace out. Go Heat.